I need to find better places for music. We're just gonna get right into it. I'm not gonna wait for people to join. Okay. Okay. How's everyone doing? Going down Delgonido. How's everyone doing? Like it? Ah. What y'all think? I messed up the colorings. I got the, I put a pink tie and a white shirt and a white tie. Excuse me. I put a pink shirt and a white tie instead of the other way around. But you know what? I'm sticking with it. Since this video is no longer on my channel, I'll explain again. Oh, that is the wrong way to. That is the wrong way to minimize this. Suit and tie with the white shirt and black tie is a sign that things are serious. Things are not that serious. Well, for me that is. They're not that serious. But for other people, not so much. So we're gonna be reacting to this judge's stuff here. Now, if you guys don't know, I don't know how you can't know because you gotta be living under a rock if you haven't seen this stuff already. But just in case if you haven't, I'm gonna play for you guys can all see. Now, okay, this is who we're gonna react into. This stream's gonna be about. We're gonna be reacting to this judge over here, Honorable Judge Cedric Simpson of Ann Arbor in Michigan, Washington All County. What is it? 14A1 District Court. This guy just judges a lot of crazy defendants. I don't know what it is with his court in particular. I don't know if it's that Flint water in Michigan or something like that, but we're gonna see. We're gonna get right into it. So check this out. This is what got this guy famous. Well, not on his end, but
Court calls case People versus Corey Harris.
check this out.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Tate for Mr. Harris, who should be present in Zoom.
Mr. Harris, are you driving?
Actually, I'm pulling into my doctor's office. Actually,
Okay.
So just give me 1 second. I'm parking right now.
Alrighty.
Hey.
Guys, it's already messed up from the beginning. Just check this out.
You stationary?
I'm pulling in right now at this second. Yes, I am.
All right, check this out.
What are we doing?
Your Honor, we are respectfully requesting an adjournment in this matter, up possibly 2 to 4 weeks if the court would allow.
Okay. So maybe I don't understand something. This is a driving while license suspended?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Yes.
And he was just driving.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't have a license.
Yeah. That's right.
Oh,
yeah.
Is with the charges, Your Honor, yes.
No, I'm looking at his
Yes.
record. He doesn't have a license.
Yes.
He's suspended and he's just driving.
Yes.
That is correct, Your Honor.
oh.
I don't even know why he would do that. So defendant's bond is revoked in this matter. Defendant is to turn himself into the Washington County Jail by 6 p.m. today. Failure to turn himself in will result in a bench warrant with no bond.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Harris, I'll be giving you a call.
Hold on, let me move my stuff over here. You gotta be just like another level of dumbass for this to happen. Excuse my language, but like, come on, bro. How are you going to show up to your Zoom call court meeting about driving with a suspended license? Driving in the car. What were you thinking you're accomplishing by that? Now, I heard, I don't know where people are spreading this from, but people were saying that this was just a mistake on the end of the clerics, that he didn't actually have a suspended license, and there was an issue here. So people made a lot of retractions, but here's the thing, right? No error happened here. It gets better. check this out. There's a reason why this guy just thought it was a good idea to just show up to the call driving when when the case is about him not having a license. Check this out. Driving with a suspended license. Check this out.
He has never had a Michigan license, ever.
Nope.
And has never had a license in the other 49 states and commonwealths that form up this great union. He has never had a license. In point of fact, when they suspended his license, and what people don't understand, when they suspended his license in Saginaw, they don't suspend the license. They suspend the privilege to drive in this state.
How about that? Harris told the judge he wasn't able to get.
I couldn't find a regular video that doesn't have all this talking over it. I'm just gonna skip the part.
Secretary of State's office. The matter would be taken.
Okay, we're done with you. You already explained it. I'll just explain it because I couldn't find the video. I couldn't find the original video because when you look for this stuff up, all you get is the news stuff, and I don't know why YouTube is like this nowadays. When you drive in the state of Michigan and they have the charge called suspended license. Your license is not what's suspended. Your driving privileges are what is suspended. But this man over here, this big brain over here, he never had a license to begin with. So there is no error. He also has a bench warrant for like 7 years. He never went in to get that shit done. And that's where the quote-unquote error come from. The quote-unquote error happened because he never showed up. He had to show up. The court didn't have to do anything. He had to go there and get that stuff resolved. And he never did it. So there is no error here. The error is that he didn't show up, and that's why things got a little bit kind of, throughout the legal stuff, kind of messed up. He never had a license to begin with. He should have had a license while driving, and he didn't. I just don't understand. I don't understand this dude. But you know what? It gets better. It gets better. This guy has a whole lot of other stuff. A whole lot of other stuff. This is not this judge's first rodeo. He's got a lot of different defendants. Let me just find a. Let's just get into a random playlist with him in it. We're gonna be reacting to this guy's channel. This guy's channel is called Old Squishy Gardener's Court Watch. I'm not really sure what's the origin of the name here, but he's got a lot of gems here. He's got a lot of gems here. So we're gonna be reacting to a lot of Cedric Simpson. We're also gonna be reacting to some other stuff. Whatever comes by here. A lot of these videos are kind of long. I'm just gonna react to it. And hold on a second, somebody just came to the room. Hold a second. Okay, I'm back. You're the judge? No, I'm not. Thank God I'm not. Thank God I'm not, because if I had to deal with these people, I would there would be some ethical violations because I'll be saying everything. Okay. Let's start with the good one. Best hits. Judge Simpson. Let's just get into it. I was gonna be reacting to videos today.
He has never.
Okay. Before I start, I have to make this disclaimer. You're a lawyer? Get off some charges. I can't help you with that. I'm not a lawyer. This is not legal advice, and I'm not a lawyer. What I'm presenting to you is just my opinion as a layman, and these are publicly live streamed Zoom calls on YouTube, so I'm not violating anything there. Another disclaimer: subject matter of these streams, there's going to be people talking about violence against children. Maybe some of that violence can be in a sexual manner. There's a courtroom, anything they could be talking about, anything, violence, all kinds of messed up stuff. Abuse, all that kind of stuff. If you're not ready to hear any of that stuff, maybe this is not the type of stream that you want to check into. There might be subject matter. If you're sensitive to those kinds of things, don't watch this stream. This is not Just skip this one today. Don't worry about it. I won't hold it against y'all. Anyways, let's get into it. Okay. Okay, this is this is like the full clip of what we were just watching.
That
Never had a license.
required Mr. Harris to do something. He
That's how you
didn't
see
do
what I was
it.
saying.
I am not done yet. There was no error
There's
by
no error.
anybody. Mr. Harris indicated that at some point he had been involved in some accident, that he was basically bedridden or at least housebound.
All right, jump in.
He could not get to the Secretary
Hold on
of
a
State.
second. Kenshi, right? That's actually a thing. There's a reason why people say not legal advice, because that's actually a thing that you can get in trouble with. I'm not saying that you did anything bad. You don't. I'm just saying that like that's you have to, whenever, if you ever do something like this, you have to make that clear. That's actually like a thing. Anyways, I'm gonna get back to the stream.
That's not true. And the reason I know that is because Mr. Harris, on December 28th of 2023, do you know where you were?
I know I was laid up from our
You were
accident.
at the Secretary of State's office. And you were at the Secretary of State's office because you redid and got your new Michigan ID. I have the date, but his falsehoods, misstatements are not going to fare him well in this court. I'm done. Defendant is remanded on the Allen Park. Sir, you can go with my bail.
Oh, my bad. I just clicked the wrong button. Let's press pause. Chat, I don't understand, chat. And you know what? There are some people, because I know some people like this. They come. Okay, it's not picking up on camera, but my folks are doing something. I don't know. Popping pimples or some shit. I don't. Hold on a second. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. Where was I? Chat, I don't understand. Chat, I don't understand, chat. How you can be so stupid to, number one, show up to a court call about you driving with a suspended license, driving in the call, and then lying, saying that some people made mistake when this mistake happened. The reason of the mistake, quote unquote mistake, is because you didn't show up to get that stuff resolved 7 years ago. What is that? You're the one who had to show up and get that stuff fixed. You didn't. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. You're like, I've been watching this guy's stuff. This judge over here is very fair. You're lucky he didn't send you. If this was another judge I've been seeing on the same channel, your ass would have been sent to jail for a couple days. Just be glad he didn't do that to you. Anyways, let's get down to it. Let me look at this playlist real quick. What we got here? I know this. Okay, we're not watching this again because everybody's seen this, except for some people I was talking to in my server. I don't know how you did. I don't know how you guys didn't know about this, but
That's exactly what they said.
they didn't. Okay. Do I know what's the context of this one? I watched a couple of the videos. If the context is not in the video, I'll just explain it as it goes on. Anyway, this is going to be reacting. Let's get back to it.
Not, Your Honor. They said that he knew where we moved.
Mr. Alice. Or does call the case.
Oh, I remember this video. Okay, let's strap in. A lot of these videos I saw already. Well, let's strap in.
James Samanek versus Travis Ackerman. And Nikki Meltzer. Counsel, state your appearance.
For the record, Tom Nellis appearing on behalf of the plaintiff and the president of the Brooklyn, Your Honor.
You can't
Your
even
names?
read that text. I can't.
Travis Ackerman.
All right.
Wait, what?
Your names?
Nellis appearing on behalf of the plaintiff. And the president of the Brooklyn, Your Honor.
Okay.
Your names?
Travis Ackerman.
All right. You folks tried to resolve this matter or no? We're just going to go to trial. Pardon?
We attempted this weekend. And we did not come to a resolution.
How close were the parties before we go into this?
Not very close, sir.
This isn't the one. I was getting this confused with something else. Hey, look, there's my stream right there. Not a big fan of these guys. These guys are always bashing the Pope for every little reason. But that's not what this stream's about. Got some sovereign citizen stuff. You know, we can react to sovereign citizen stuff. Damn, academic agent, that's somebody I haven't seen in ages. I totally forgot that guy existed. I haven't seen academic agent in a long time. Okay. We're gonna skip over to something that's a little bit more action packed.
Bond will continue. I'm not threatening you. Say one more word, and that's 30 days. 30 days. Court does call the case People versus Radiance Evans.
Good morning. This case is proving to be challenging already. And Ms. Evans will not meet with me. Although in the
I should have prepared these streams. I should have prepared this on like I should have prepared this stream. Yeah, this is like an hour long. I'm not watching this entire thing. Okay, we're just gonna skip through the videos that are a bit short. Let's watch a couple of short videos, and we can watch the longer ones later.
Good morning, Sylvana Reed, Assistant Public Defender with and on behalf of Mr. Ruggs.
All right. This is going to be a waiver.
That is correct.
Mr. Ruggs, you signed this examination waiver?
Yes, I did, sir.
You understand that a preliminary examination is a proceeding where the people would have to show by probable cause that the offense alleged was committed and that you committed it.
Yes, sir.
And you understand that you'll not have that hearing and that you'll proceed to circuit court for further resolution.
Yes, sir.
People also waive their right. Preliminary examination having been waived, defendant is bound over to circuit court on count 1 with 2 following. Street.
Thank you. We would acknowledge receipt of the information, waive any further reading and stand mute.
Defendant having waived former reading, standing mute, court will enter a not guilty plea. Pretrial will be set for
27th at 1:30 before Judge Slate Thursday.
June 27, 2024, 1:30 Slate Thursday. Bond with its conditions will continue. Thank you. Yes.
Report the note in my file from the other APA that you saw in violation of you that's today.
Yeah. Is there a reason why you were missing?
Okay.
You were testing elsewhere, weren't you?
No, sir. I was told that I needed a court order, and I was on video Zoom with you on my last court order, and nobody contacted me and told me where to go.
Why didn't they?
I do have information about a facility that
show
you would
up?
like to test at.
Why would you not
in
show up?
Macomb County. We
Yeah, I'm on GPS. Oh, I'm sorry.
called them and they indicated as long as the order indicates what sort of panel needs testing and the frequency.
Well, that was supposed to be done before. If I give you a test today, are you gonna test?
Yeah, the only thing I'm gonna fail for would be marijuana.
Why are you using that?
Can I speak freely?
Yes.
Your Honor, I'm gonna be up for honest with you. I used to have a crack cocaine addiction, and I've come a long way. I've been through a lot, this past few months. I
Hey
lost
man,
my father,
times
my
are tough,
grandmother.
man.
There's no excuses. It's just the only thing that I've helped to.
Give me an order. Okay, he's gonna go over to community corrections test today. I'll get the results and then I'll determine what his bond will be as he proceeds up, because he's told me what's gonna happen, and then we'll figure out. In the meantime, council can prepare an order so that he can test in Macomb. Okay,
And then just to be clear for the record, the waiver is complete and we're only coming back on whether or not he'll be remanded.
pardon?
The waiver's all set now.
Well, technically, no. Because, technically to retain jurisdiction, but I still have jurisdiction anyway. So he needs to go over and test, and then we'll figure out what we're gonna do.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
remind me, because I'm doing a one-time on that.
Okay.
But then when I complete it, I'm gonna have to put it back on whatever I had. Right?
Okay. This is what we're gonna do. Because my stupid ass did not get these videos prepared beforehand because I was just gonna react to a bunch of different videos, and I got myself the boring ones. So let me get myself the ones that are a little bit more action packed. I'm gonna go to a channel that's called Lone Usuful. Kind of a weird name for a channel, but excuse me. Okay, let me go through my history now. I'll just find it in my history. I don't know why it's not coming up. I just put it right here. Why is it not coming up? Let me put it on my phone and show up the first thing in my history when I reload my history. And then I scroll down. It's already all the way at the bottom. I have to pull it back up. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay. Yes, respect the privacy.
Court does call the case of James Simonek versus Travis Ackerman and Nikki Meltzer. A3. Do I have another? Counsel, state your appearance.
For the record, Tom Nellis appearing on behalf of the plaintiff and the president of the Brooklyn Union.
Your names?
Travis Ackerman.
All right. You folks tried to resolve this matter or no? We're just gonna go to trial. Pardon?
We attempted this weekend. And we did not come to a resolution.
How close were the parties before we go into this?
Not very close, sir.
Mr. Ellis, you'd agree with that?
Yes, Your Honor. The defendants do not feel that they owe any money.
All right. On this matter, then, this is the date and time set for trial on the Simonek matter. You ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Go ahead.
Your Honor, we have filed a motion to amend our complaint to include a complaint for damages and
There we go.
I received no response from the defendant.
When was the motion filed?
You can vote yesterday.
Yeah, this is where things get bold. Like,
You guys get a
bolty bouncy.
copy?
Let me put myself on the other side because this guy hasn't stuff. Myself here. Let's move everything over to the other side.
It was addressed on May 21st.
I don't
Yeah, things usually go downhill when people try to
copy of the
issue
motion.
amendments. So
I can approach the bench and give a copy.
I don't know what it is.
Do you see it in our thing that it was filed? You do? Yeah.
I don't know, on May 20th, plaintiff submitted the motion to us. It may have been filed in Saline. When did you reach out to obtain a copy? Do you need me to reach out to obtain a copy?
I've got one in front of me. Answer my question.
Yes. Yes, sir.
That's exactly what they said.
They did not, Your Honor. They said that he.
Oh, actually, a little bit more crazy. Let's go down. Okay. Now this one's funny. This one's funny. This one's funny. Sorry about all that. I should have got these videos prepared beforehand, but we're just gonna get into it.
In the USA, people find themselves in court.
This one's funny.
Court calls case People versus Tariq Day.
The Michigan Contra, Senior Assistant Prosecuting Attorney for the People.
What's going on, man?
Hello, Tariq
Oh, you know,
Samar,
you know this guy too, man.
Already Judge Torshio Feaster,
What's up,
Assistant
man?
Public Defender on behalf of Mr. Day.
He's there. Can you turn on your camera, sir?
There we go, man.
I don't,
I
have,
love
I
this
don't
man.
have any contract with a public defender's office.
You what?
I don't have any contract with the public defender's office to represent me.
We got a sovereign city
You
over
don't
here.
have a contract with them?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes, Judge.
What is that?
I reached out to Mr. Day to try to help pre-try this case.
Is this going to be a Bellinger's thing?
I think so, Judge.
Okay, go for it.
My understanding is that he had another counsel that he's going to have, I believe, on his file. And I wish him good luck if that's the case, but I don't see another attorney here. So I don't know what's going on, Your Honor.
No,
Mr. Day?
I'm defending myself. I told him I would notify the court that I relieved him of any implied obligations to this case.
So you're going to represent yourself?
I'm defending myself, correct.
Okay,
One
then
of
you
these
need to be
idiots.
here. Now,
Well, as I told the court, I requested a Zoom hearing because I have COVID. So there's no
you
way I
have
can.
in a vehicle with a hat on, no mask. Oh,
I am inside my vehicle right now.
what'd you say?
I said yes because I'm inside my vehicle right now. I work outside. I'm away from
Bro,
the
you're telling
general
a lot
public.
of bullshit right now.
Did you
So
go
there's
to
no-
the hospital
Yes.
starting the COVID diagnosis?
You're saying
Excuse
a
me?
lot of nonsense right now.
Have you been to the doctor regarding the COVID diagnosis?
It's against my religion.
Yeah, okay, bro.
Okay, so here's what you're gonna do. Then I'm gonna say, okay, you've got COVID. I want you here. When's our last block? 3 o'clock today. Wear a mask if you're gonna represent yourself.
I can't make that. Is there a later date?
Oh,
3:30?
yeah, you can.
Yeah, come on now.
3 o'clock.
3:30. I can make that.
I'll be here at 3 o'clock.
Well, I'll be there at 3:30, and if there's any issue, then we can.
Okay, and at 3 o'clock, I may issue a bench warrant. Be here at 3 o'clock. I'll pass this matter. Thank you.
There's no bench warrant to be issued because this court didn't have.
Okay, I'll determine that at 3 o'clock.
The court
See
didn't
you at
have.
3 o'clock. Thank you.
This court does not have jurisdiction.
You're welcome, Mr. Feaster. Cut his line. Folks, why don't we do this? Give me about 3 minutes.
Oh,
I'm going to take a recess, then I'm going to come back because everything's going downhill, and it's those two guys' fault.
I can't see the chat.
talking to each other.
This shit's so dumb.
All right.
It's like Kanye if he wasn't a rapper. I don't know about that.
Maybe seated.
I wouldn't disrespect Judge Simpson like that. Or who are you talking about? You talking about the sovereign city?
Call the case, People State of Michigan versus Tariq Day.
Mitch Ganatra, Senior Assistant Prosecuting Attorney for the people.
What's your name?
Tariq Samar Tariq Day, the executive of the
We're gonna hear
Tariq
some
Samar
big
Tariq
brain
Day
legal
Living
moves
Trust.
right here. You're not cutting all.
Glad owner Tariq Wilson Estate.
Sir, you indicated that you wish to represent yourself on this matter?
Yes.
All right, you understand at your arraignment, you were given the charges that were filed, have been filed against you?
I was given a charge. So if there were any additional, I was not given those charges. The only charge I got was a fleeing and eluding,
Fleeing and eluding third degree.
third degree,
and
correct.
eluding.
And if anything else was tallied onto that, then I was not told.
I have one charge.
Okay.
That is a felony punishable by up to 5 years incarceration and $1,000 fine plus court costs. The Secretary of State would be required upon your conviction to suspend your license for a period of 1 year. You understand that, sir?
I do, but I have some questions.
Well, as soon as I get through this, you have indicated that you wish to represent yourself. I have to advise you that there are some dangers in you representing yourself. You understand that, sir?
I do comprehend.
And you understand that if you proceed to represent yourself, that the court is not going to assist you to understand the procedures or anything regarding the court proceeding, that you will be responsible for that, and I will be holding you to the same standard that I would be holding the attorneys in the room in terms of even ruling on evidence or anything along those lines in regard to the procedure and the process. You understand that, sir?
Correct, I comprehend.
All right. You also, so I will ask you again, do you still continue to wish to represent yourself in this matter?
Yes, I will be defending myself.
You understand also, sir, that should you change your mind and could not afford to hire an attorney and wish to be represented by an attorney, the court would consider making sure that you are afforded counsel. You understand that?
I comprehend.
How do you wish to proceed on this matter, sir?
First, I want to like an oral motion for dismissal based on the fact of the lack of probable cause.
Bro, what
and
are you
also
talking
the,
about?
The lack of
What do you mean by that?
personal and subject matter jurisdiction based on the fact that this is a trust matter from the name to the private conveyance that was stolen by the third party, Wall Street Towing, and impounded on the colorful law actions of Officer Trowbridge of the Washington County Sheriff's Department. Also, I have not been able to, as of Constitution Amendment 6, being able to face my accuser. With the state of Michigan being a fictitious entity and there's no injured party, there's no crime that has been committed. And again, to the probable cause of the initial stop and the arrest cannot be proven. There was no probable cause for the arrest or stop. There was no warrant on hand for the arresting officer to conduct an arrest. And even more so, again, as I stated, this is trust property, so this court doesn't have jurisdiction to adjudicate over the foreign trust.
Done. Finished?
Oh no, actually, I was also
Bro,
moving
you're
to
saying a whole lot of
place you
bullshit
and the
right now.
clerk
None of
as
this that you're
fiduciaries
saying
over the
makes
trust.
sense.
And I'll be able to supply you all with the adequate assurance, certificate of security to settle and offset the charges.
Okay.
Well, you will be doing nothing to me and nothing to my clerk. So whatever that motion was, that's denied. As to your other motion regarding all of that,
All of that. What do you mean
quite
is that, bro?
frankly, it doesn't make any sense. We haven't even had the probable cause hearing. There will be a determination at the next stage as to whether or not there's probable cause regarding the charges.
I was told this was a probable cause hearing.
This is a probable cause hearing.
So I don't understand what you're saying.
I know you don't understand.
You're not having a probable cause.
Pardon?
You said that no probable cause was had, but then you said that this is a probable cause hearing.
You have not had your preliminary examination, at which there will be a determination as to whether or not there's probable cause to believe that the crime has been committed and you committed it. That is the next stage. That has not happened. So to the extent that your motion is even valid, which I do not believe that it is, and certainly you may raise it at a later date, but to the extent that it's valid, at least at this point, your motion is premature, and therefore your motion is denied. Anything else?
Well, lastly, I want to also put on the record, I wasn't able to provide all my exhibits based on, as I told you, I was.
You weren't able to do what?
Provide my exhibits.
To whom?
To the court to help for my defense, the evidences.
I just don't have the background.
You haven't had a hearing yet.
I comprehend it. I'm just saying that I usually have my documents precede me before any hearings take place, and I wasn't able to because I was under the weather. That was my point. So They will be here, if not by the end of the day in the drop-off box, and you'll have them all tomorrow.
This guy's saying a
But
whole lot of
you
nonsense
all
right
will be served with the proper documents, and the taxes as well will be filed on the case.
This guy really thinks that he's saying something, but he's not saying anything. You're just. I filed this motion because the adjudication, subject matter jurisdiction, and the United States law. I'm fleeing in a vessel, all that stuff. You're putting a bunch of legal words together, and they sound like they make sense, but me putting a bunch of legal words together doesn't make sense because what is your argument? What are you even arguing for? What is that, man? What are you talking about? You're not saying anything. It doesn't make sense. Hold on, man. Let me see your stuff. What's going on, bro? Word salad, exactly, man. This doesn't make sense. Well, I don't get it.
Okay. Anything else?
Anything else, please?
No, not at this time.
All right. So how would you like to proceed next on this?
Entering a plea of
my
demurrer.
Okay, you've already done that.
I've already entered a plea of demurrer. I'm not sure when that took place other than right now.
Drag community.
That took place on the arraignment on the complaint, sir.
Okay.
I never pleaded demurrer. There was
You stood mute, you stood demure. You don't even know what that means. You're just using words and have no concept as to what they mean.
Exactly what I was
demurrer
saying.
and mute are two separate things, but that's neither here nor there.
No, they're not.
No, come on.
You have no legal degree. They are not. They are not.
Don't need a
They are not.
I'm not here.
They are virtually the same thing. So where do you wish to proceed now?
As I stated, my motion.
Do you wish this set for preliminary examination? Your motions have been denied.
I wish for the prosecution to provide the evidence that any of this needs.
You don't have discovery on this case. Is that what you're asking?
I'm not asking for discovery whatsoever.
So what are you asking?
I have to take off my glasses in real life. So you need the prosecution's you need the prosecution's evidence, but you don't have discovery. Do you even know what that means, bro? Oh my goodness.
Asking for.
I stated.
What are you
that
asking
the prosecution needs to prove that a crime was committed, and under they also need to show and prove that there is an injured party for the crime to have even been committed.
As I've indicated, you will have that hearing. Do you wish to have discovery?
The judge doesn't really address this because it's kind of why even bother, but I'm going to address it. Just you running a red light or doing anything like that, I don't even remember what this is for. But I'm just going to give an example of you running a red light. Nobody crashed, but you got caught, and you go to and you're in a court for that. The injured party is the people of the state of Michigan. Now, I understand, because this is the thing that sovereign citizen idiots, soft idiots be saying, that there's no injured party, so why am I being prosecuted? Well, the injured party is you broke the law. And the injured party is the people who made the law. The people made a law, they voted for it, they picked judges and police to protect and enforce those laws, and you violated that. The party who is offended is the people of the state of Michigan and the people of the United States, because we voted for these representatives, or virtually people in the past or whatever, voted for these people in. They made the laws, and now those laws have to be enforced. By you breaking those laws, you're breaking you're going against the will of the people who asked for those laws to be put in place. that's the offending party. Do you understand that? Do you understand that I'm not a lawyer, by the way? And I can surmise that for you very easily. The prosecutor is the representative of the people of whatever state that they're doing this stuff in, or district, or whatever it may be. So you not being able to face your accuser is the prosecutor. As a representative of the people of Michigan. That's who your accuser is. So this legal, this trying to legal word salad, trying to get out of a situation is not going to work. That's not how this works. Using constitutional language, you don't know what you're talking about.
Discovery should be provided regardless. There's no wish about it.
Wish to have
Discovery should be provided.
Don't play word games with me.
I'm not playing.
Mr. Allen.
Discovery.
Not play word games with me. You're playing with the wrong judge.
Yeah, you don't want to.
You can smile and smirk all you want.
I'm not trying.
I'm giving you your warning. I will ask you again. Do you wish to have discovery provided to you?
Yes.
Do we have copies of discovery available that can be provided to this defendant?
No, Your Honor, I know that the PD was representing this individual. I don't have copies right now.
I got you. Okay. So are there copies of the police report as well as other discovery that's in the hands of the public defender's office?
I do see traffic stops and discovery videos onto our program.
All right.
Documents.
All right. Those need to be gotten to the defendant.
Sovereign city instance, bro. Sovereign city, bro.
How soon can those be gotten to the defendant?
Well, this is a waste of time. It's a waste of time.
Hopefully by tomorrow around.
You have an address for him to send those to him?
Yes, I do. I can confirm it with him too.
All right. What do you have as the address? Do you have a
Hold on a second.
an address on?
Do they say his
Ship.
address? I don't want. Don't say his address, please.
You also have an email address so that all things. Sir, did you wish to then have another PCC, or did you wish to proceed immediately?
I don't know if this video has it censored or not. Some videos are censored.
I would like to first have a jurisdiction hearing.
What kind of jurisdiction here?
Personal and subject matter.
Okay.
Oh my God, another one of these.
Go ahead and raise it because I can deal with it right now. What's the personal jurisdiction?
This court, as well as the state, lacks personal jurisdiction. I'm simply here under threat and duress of coercion of you, saying that you would hope put out a bench warrant for my arrest. The subject matter, in regards to the name as well as the vessel that was used, is again under. It was conveyed and is held and protected within the trust. And according to Article 1, Section 10, Clause 2 of the United States Constitution, there could be no legislative laws that could intercede or to interrupt the functioning of a contract, which the trust is and is properly properly functioning at this time. So with that.
All right, so here's what we'll do, because you're rambling again. So what we will do is you will put all of your jurisdictional arguments in writing because you're wrong. So we might as well get it in writing that you're wrong. Because I have subject matter jurisdiction over you, and I have personal jurisdiction over you under the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Michigan.
There you go.
So if you want to put your objections to jurisdiction in writing, you may do so, and then I will address those in due course.
Awesome. So that would be the next step. I
Awesome.
can get those in today.
Okay.
No, that is not the next step. Either you're going to have another PCC. If you want me to set it for a hearing, I'll set it for a hearing.
Yeah, for the jurisdiction.
But I have nothing to set a hearing on. You have not filed anything regarding jurisdiction.
Okay, so for right now, as of this moment, PCC is fine, and then I will file the proper documents for the jurisdictional hearing. Gotcha.
Yeah, Judge.
So I'll adjourn the probable cause conference in this case.
Oh my
April
God,
25th,
man.
2024 at 3 p.m.
Is it possible to get another week for
person
Oh my
to
God,
provide to accumulate my documents for my defense?
Is there what?
Is it possible to have that extended out another week so that I can provide my?
I'm going to set it 25th.
What are you talking about, bro?
I mean, I was on the call. I've heard you give multiple counsels extended times. So what is the bias?
I have no bias against you, sir.
Excuse me, bro.
Well, I'm simply asking for
I'm
a reasonable
setting the date
So
of 2 weeks out. You can have your motion together.
Guys.
File your motion. I will be able to address your motion at that time so that we can get this headed to a PC, to a preliminary examination.
Just for the record, I'll put it on the record that I object. But under threat, duress, or coercion, again.
Your objection is noted.
Right, and under threat and duress and coercion, I'll be here.
Is there anything else?
Well, I said what I need to say.
Anything else from the people?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Yeah, there's no need. This guy's in school's own case, so.
Bond will continue.
Am I waiting for paperwork or get it from the front?
Pardon?
Am I waiting for paperwork regarding the next?
No, you may leave.
Oh, is it being mailed, or I'm trying to figure out how to get the paperwork?
You can check out at the front counter.
Okay, thank you. That's right.
Sovereign citizens, bro. Let's get it. Come on, guys. Oh my God. Yeah. Poor Claire is facing excommunication. I mean, that's tough, man. But you know what? That's what happens. Okay. Put on this stuff.
We'll be able to proceed today with the civilian witness, requesting an adjournment conclusion of our testimony.
All right, here we go.
I was, after the state was set, Ms. Hughes did send me an email subsequent to that stating that she had learned that Dr. Luke would not be available today, that she believed that she would need him in order to complete the exam. I did not have a.
I should get all these things together. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back to the guy's channel. We're gonna watch sovereign citizen stuff, and then we're gonna get to we're gonna watch some sovereign citizen videos. And if we still have time at the end, we are going to watch this one series of videos that I was watching earlier about this guy who just keeps on collecting more and more charges as time moves on. I don't understand, bro, but we're gonna that's what we're gonna do. So let's see what we got here. Okay, this guy's channel.
He has never had a Michigan license. Ever.
Never had a license.
That required Mr. Harris to do something. He didn't do it. I am not done yet.
Yeah, he is. He is not over. But what's what we're gonna do? We're gonna react to some sovereign citizen stuff. We're gonna try to keep it on Judge Simpson, but we're gonna keep it moving because I should have got this stuff together, and I didn't. So it is what it is. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. So I was watching this series, and we're gonna watch that later. I'm gonna get to this at the end because this is actually something crazy, and this was crazy too. That was these chicks over here. They got remanded. Don't fight your judge, man. That's not a good idea. Where's the sovereign citizen stuff at? There we go. I'm gonna try to keep it on Judge Simpson.
All right, good morning. We're going to go through the docket as quickly as we can so that we can start on the jail docket. 2021 CR 19158, State versus Matthew Aldridge. Are you Matthew Aldridge? Are you Matthew Aldridge?
Okay, let's try to get that one. That one that is just the guys at playing stupid word games. Yeah. That was. There we go.
Don't talk to him. Court calls the case People versus Thomas Styron.
I'm Stein, the living man. I'm here by special appearance to address this matter.
I'm sorry?
So I'm Thomas Styron, the living man, not Thomas George Styron, the entity you know me as, or
Another one of these idiots.
I'm here to address the matter.
All right, thank you. Wish to be represented by an attorney, sir?
No, I'm here to address the appropriate persona.
All right. I do have to advise, so you're going to represent, you need to stand in the middle of the podium where he's telling you to stand. Now.
Come
now.
On, you can't even stand right, man.
Mr. Allen. If you don't want to cooperate and handle things, he wanted you in the middle of the podium where you're supposed to be. If you don't want to be there, then say no. I'm telling you now to do it.
If you want me to stand close to the mic, no problem.
Sir, you want to play a game with me? No, not today. Mr. Allen, take him. We'll bring him back out when he wants to cooperate.
Stupid. What is that, man? What y'all doing?
Yeah, I need an interpreter for the last two and that one.
May I swear the interpreter?
Yes.
Can you interpret
the last two cases? Yeah, that one will swear in.
Your interpreter, you're in front of the Honorable J. Cedric Simpson out of the Board of District Court of Washington County, State of Michigan. Our number is 1.
Get somebody from security to check back there.
What is he doing? What is he doing now?
He's got his shirt off.
He got his shirt off, man.
So I'll deal with him.
He took his shirt off.
I don't know that we're going to be doing all that, but
what is this guy doing?
On the Styron matter, I sent my bailiff back to get him to bring him back out. The court is of the understanding that defendant number one is being, I will say, uncooperative, has purposely done some things to make it difficult to bring him out. What I'm going to do at this point, we're not going to wait and not going to play his game. We will hear him next week because of his behavior today before the court.
What?
At this point, I will revoke his bond.
What? All right, hold on there, Judge. Hold on there, Your Honor. He took his shirt off, and he's blocking the window to his place, to his cell. I think is what it said. Why? What are you gonna accomplish by that? They can still go in there and take you out of there. But what? I've never heard that shit before. You were just doing this, and now you know what, guys? Damn, man, it's getting hot here, man. Let me take my shirt off real quick. let me block the windows and stuff. You know, that would really be good for my case. I'm defending myself. This would be really good for my case. Look at me. You shirtless head ass. No, man.
And
Come on.
I will adjourn the probable cause conference. He certainly poses a risk to even bring him out. So I will adjourn
I don't know
this
what this
out
guy gonna do. This
to
guy's
May
losing his mind
2nd,
over it. Yeah.
2024, 9 a.m. or as the invite indicates. I will leave it there for the reasons that I've stated on the record. Mr. Mansour, he is not represented by counsel. If you would, for the court, take the opportunity to go back and to apprise him that of what the court has done and that I will see him next week. The court feeling that he's being uncooperative and not compliant. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Court does call the case, People versus Tariq Day.
I am Tariq Samar Tariq Day, the executor of the Tariq Samar Tariq Day Living Trust and the registered owner of the Tariq Samar Tariq Day Ex Relatione Kingdom Wilson Estate.
Right. So you are appearing here without an attorney. I do have to advise you that you are charged with the offense of fleeing and eluding in the 3rd degree under the motor
That's
vehicle
the same
code.
guy from before. What
That
the
is a
hell?
felony punishable by up to 5 years incarceration and or $1,000 fine plus court costs. Additionally, the Secretary of State could suspend your driving privileges for up to a year. Do you understand that, sir?
I comprehend.
Do you understand?
I comprehend, yes.
The court has to further advise you that if you wish to be represented by counsel, the court would ensure that counsel would be appointed to represent you in this matter and that you would have counsel if you could not afford to hire counsel yourself. I also wish to advise you that the court would be treating you the same as it would the people in this case. There are certain dangers to representing yourself in this matter, in that you will be required to abide by the Michigan court rules, Michigan rules of evidence, and all of the cases and statutory requirements. You understand that?
I do not.
You do not.
What?
What is it about that you do not understand?
Come on, man. You wasting
It's
time.
against
Man.
my religion to adhere
This guy
or
was
to assimilate to any
You don't
statutory.
believe in anything.
Sir, I'm not asking anything about your religion. It is
Against my
irrelevant.
religion to follow rules.
I am
man. You know it,
indicating that
man.
in this proceeding, you will be required to abide by the rules of this court. Do you understand that?
I'm having a hard time understanding why or how
This guy's just pure stupid, man.
religion doesn't play a role.
How what?
How religion does not play a role.
Religion does not play a role in what I do or what this court does. There are certain rules of this court established by the legislature and the Michigan Supreme
His religion
Court
is that he doesn't want to
regarding
follow the
how
rules.
these particular proceedings will be conducted. These proceedings will be conducted in accord with those rules.
But Your Honor, you see, his religion is not following rules because, as you know, what Jesus said on the mount is, if you're fleeing and looting, right? If you're beating the cops, you didn't pull over. That means thou shalt run from the police. Don't you know that? Don't you know it says that in the simple amount? Thou shalt run from police, and thou shalt representeth yourself in court. What is this? What is happening, man? Okay. What's going on? I see you got the YouTube mod big ups. Hey, know it. You just came here, Chozo? What's going on? I'm just reacting to good old Judge Simpson over here. Did you not see the... You just rewind stream. I don't know, man. I'm not playing that again. But, yeah, we're just reacting to this sovereign citizen idiot over here. This sovereign idiot. Just throwing word salad as if it means anything. He says, "Oh, these freaking procedures are against my religion." It's like, okay, but oh my god, man!
Do you understand that, sir?
Well, according to the American Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, as well as the international or the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, the state and the governments should.
Sir, you have no authority for what you're about to state because what you're about to state is incorrect.
It doesn't make
I am an
sense.
Indigenous person.
No,
so I do have-
sir, what you're about to state is incorrect.
No.
Well, if you were on indigenous lands, if that's where you're going, then maybe you might be right. As it stands right now, this proceeding is not on indigenous land.
Well,
You're not this is not a reservation court.
It is, and the only perspective that's going to matter on that is mine. We are not on indigenous lands subject to indigenous or tribal rules.
Is there
You
a
are
law?
subject to the rules of the Michigan Supreme Court as they are promulgated, both in terms of procedure and evidence. Do you understand that that's what's happening, sir?
I'm picking fights in my chat over Street Fighter 5.
I do not.
What is it that you do not understand?
What is this guy just
I
wants to
don't
waste
understand.
time?
Because I'm going to tell you something, sir. If you are unable to establish or understand what I'm saying, and go through this with you again, I have to assume that there may be some reason why you don't understand. This court will take precautions to protect your rights, and I will be sending you for a competency evaluation to make sure that you are competent to stand trial and to stand in these proceedings.
Well, I would agree to a competency if the prosecution as well as the court and the officers agree to take a competency.
That's not the way it works. You don't get to make the rules.
I'm not.
I'm ordering a
This guy is a complete dumbass, bro. Wow. No, man. If the judge is asking you for a competency test, that means things are not going well for yourself, man. And you shouldn't be representing yourself in the first place, bro. This guy's just making things worse for himself. Just when this shit could this could just be a simple get a ticket, pay the ticket, and then go about your business. If you gotta serve time, couple of weeks, I don't know, but like you're making this stuff worse for yourself, man. You're just making this stuff worse for yourself. You are an Aboriginal Adidas American, and you are an Aborigine American. It's that's exactly what he sounds like, bro. I'm an Aborigine American. I'm an Aborigine American.
a competency.
I'm not making.
Defendant is ordered for a forensic evaluation. I will set a competency hearing in this matter for July 25th, 2024.
The Pope says stand up.
At what time? At 9 a.m.
The
Now,
Pope
sir, I'm
says
going to ask
stand
you
up.
this.
Yes, sir.
Because it's going to depend on where you may be staying for a period of time.
That guy got more sense than this dude.
If they send you information as to when you have your forensic interview,
yes, sir.
Are you going to cooperate and attend that interview?
Under threat, duress, and coercion, yes.
Pardon?
Under threat, duress, and coercion, yes.
No.
I'm trying not to pause for every. I'm trying not to pause for every single thing that's going on here, but like, just as you see the judge's face right now, that's kind of me right now too. I have that exact same face. It doesn't show up on this model, but under threat and duress. Look, I. There's not more I can say besides this guy is just wasting everybody's time. You're wasting everybody's time, bro. And I hope you know that by you doing all this, you're just adding on court costs because people over here need to get paid, and they're going to be paid with your dollar. The taxpayers are paying for all this, and you're wasting You're wasting the court's time. You're wasting the taxpayer time. There's other people that this judge needs to get through it, and he's wasting his time on you. That's what's going on. There are other people that he needs to judge for, and you're wasting his time. You're wasting the court's time. You're wasting the taxpayers' time. I hope you know that all this nonsense is just going to cure on a bigger cost. This man over here, he needs to get paid. The bailiff that's next to you, he needs to get paid, and the prosecutor needs to get paid too. I don't know if the public defenders get paid because they're not defending you, but they're probably getting something. Whatever that amount is, they got to get their money too, and it's going to come from your dollar. It's going to be paid from you. You're going to pay for it. So yeah, that's something I would say. I don't know if that's a good argument. I don't know I'm pretty sure Simpson knows what he's doing. That's why he probably go there. But if it were me, I would go there. I would say that. You're wasting my time. You're wasting the court's time. You're wasting the taxpayers. All right. Let's get back to it.
It's not how it works. I'm asking you, are you voluntarily going to cooperate?
I say yes.
Pardon?
I mean, yeah. I mean, is this
It's a yes or no question. Stop adding all this stuff on top of it. Oh my.
What are you relaying to in regard? What are you insinuating in regards to where I?
Niggas need to get their money when I waste people. When I waste people. Hold on a second. Niggas need to get their money when people waste other people's time when they got nothing better to do. Okay, that's a bit of it. He needs to get his money up instead of wasting other people's time. Yes. Okay, you put one instead of eight. I hate when people waste other people's time. Yeah, I hate it when people waste my time too, and I hate it when people waste other people's time as well. So yeah,
I will stay for a time.
I'm going to make sure that we are going to have our forensic interview done. I've ordered a forensic interview. I am asking you whether or not, when given notice of that interview, whether or not you are going to voluntarily cooperate in that interview.
just yes or no.
I will take the interview.
Excuse me?
I will take the interview.
Anything from the people?
Would the court ask the people to prepare the order for the competency?
Yes, please prepare the order for the competency if you would, sir.
Yeah, please, because this guy's an idiot.
The defendant.
I see on the complaint is 14.
Is that your address, sir?
Excuse me? That's correct.
All right, very good.
I will send a copy to that address.
Very good.
Okay, this video skips the parts of personal.
This time then bond is continued.
Yes, sir. And I'm sorry, can I get that date again, please, sir? I can put it in my calendar.
July 25th. You were supposed to, so I'm assuming you're waiving it. You were supposed to file your motion with.
I did. I filed it.
When did you file it?
I brought it in today.
Do we have it?
Oh man, I'm gonna let you know right now, man. Don't ever do this. Don't ever make the judge. Don't ever do stuff on the last minute, bro. These guys have a lot of paperwork to get through, and you putting stuff in at the last minute is just making your stuff. It's just making the stuff bad to you. If this biased shit, like what the first guy was saying, that's all you're doing. You're making the judge not like you, and the judge not supposed to work on bias. He's not supposed to. He's not supposed to. The judge doesn't like you. He can't put his opinions on what he rules. But you sure are making it hard for him, for sure. For damn sure. You're not doing yourself any favors.
I gave it, I mean, it was stamped and everything. I gave it to the reception.
Why didn't you file it before today?
Well, as I stated at the last hearing,
No, don't go through what you
we,
stated at the last meeting.
well, you asked.
Don't try to
No,
reason what's
you knew
stupid.
it was
You're
supposed
on
to be filed before the day. Young man, you're gonna
That's
figure out something. We're playing by my rules, not yours. So you know, do not say anything because you're gonna figure that out real soon.
Just shut up when he's speaking.
Do they have it?
I have not received a response yet.
Yeah, he's holding it in for sure.
Since I'm sending in for a competency, I can't hear that. I can't hear his motion in any event. So I won't hear his motion at this time. He'll have to refile it timely if he's determined to be competent. So I'll have his bond continue. He can go. What?
I didn't get the last part that you said. The
What?
bond continued and what?
I said you can go.
Oh, okay, no
You
problem.
can go. Oh. And he jogs out. This guy, bro.
Is that it for me? Thank you, Ann. Thank you, Alan. Thank you, Em. Court today.
Well, that was certainly something. Let me see if I can find more of this dude. This is funny. Hold on a second. There's more. There's more of this. There's more of this dude. Hold on. Is this the same guy? I want to see this entire. I want to go through this. This guy has it like in a series. I want to see this entire series. So what's he got? Mr. Allen over here. Oh my goodness. I need to find the playlist where this entire thing is at. The only complaint I have against this channel is this guy doesn't have his stuff very organized. He puts multiple stuff in one video instead of like having to separate it out. That's really it. I think is this it? Is this it right here? Oh, we're gonna react to the guy with the fez too. I don't think this is it. This video was 40 minutes long. I'm not watching all this. I'm not watching all this. We're gonna go to the guy with the fez. What the hell?
All right.
Okay, this is not what I was talking about the guy with the fez. I mean, he has a fez, but I was thinking of somebody else. We're going to move it on. Actually, you know what? Let me go back to that was fucking funny, bro. This dude just keeps on adding on a whole bunch of nonsense, man. What is that? What was that? I need to see more of that. We need to see more of that. We're gonna see if we can find more videos of that dude, and now we're gonna move on to something else. These anime fire sticks are about to sell like hotcakes. I can't wait. Alright, good luck with that, man. Good luck with that. Make that bread. Make that money. Don't be like this useless ass dude over here that's wasting people's time. Okay. Let me see if he has a playlist of that. Because he has different playlists of different people, so I want to see if he's got that. And then we'll get to the guy that I said. I mean, that takes pretty long, so I might react to part of it and then do the rest of it later. No, he doesn't have it in the playlist. Okay, that's fine. Okay. All right, that's that then. Oh, what is up with that dude, man?
He has never
That dude
had
is
an issue.
Riri. He definitely Riri for sure. Charles, you need to see this. I mean, rewind the stream. I'm not playing this again because I already reacted to the beginning of stream. But like, this guy, man, driving without a license. He showed up to the Zoom call driving. Why? Why would you do that? Is this the one?
That's exactly what they said.
They did not, Your Honor. They said.
You have no.
Nah, this is some other weirdo, but this is what I'm talking about. Okay. This guy gets the most craziest defendants. This guy gets the most craziest defendants, man. Okay. Who said that? Who said that you get a 0.9? Who said that you get a 0.09 from NyQuil? What is that? Excuse me? IQ 1000 love. Hey man, you know it. I don't know if you're talking about my client or the whatever else is coming up. This client is pretty good. It lets me know about different things.
Court does call the case, People versus Anthony Williams.
Okay, here we go.
Good morning, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Parent on behalf of Mr. Williams, who is approaching the podium. Mr. Williams, when you get it.
Now let's go back. Let's go back to reacting to more sovereign citizen idiots. Okay. Maybe this one.
Court does call the case, People versus Ahmed. Is it Enrinrich, right? Probably said that wrong.
Al Chabalowski for the people.
Mr. Overwater.
Sorry, Your Honor. This is Overwater, Assistant Public Defender on behalf of Mr. Ehrenreich.
State your name, sir. Mr.
Mr.
Ehrenreich.
Ehrenreich, can you state your name for the judge?
Yes, my name is Amit Ehrenreich.
Okay.
At the same time, I do not have anyone representing me.
You don't?
No.
Ehrenreich. That's a German
Okay,
last
you
name.
don't want somebody representing you?
I will be representing myself, Your Honor, if I may.
I'm not gonna lie, this bear looking like a black version.
Have you discussed that with Mr. Overwater of the Public Defender's Office?
I have not. I do not know Mr. Overwater.
Your Honor, if I may, I went to the jail yesterday to meet with Mr. Ehrenreich. One of the deputies brought him to the cell. He looked at me, and evidently he told the deputy he didn't know who I was, so he refused to meet with me. The deputy tried to encourage him to sit down and talk to me. He continued to refuse to do so, and then he left. Based on that, the information that I was given by the deputy I spoke with, as well as the allegations in the police report, I'm concerned that there may be an issue of competency. Obviously, I have not been able to speak to Mr. Ehrenreich.
This guy trying to fight his own. I can tell it's going to be interesting. This guy trying to fight his own lawyer. This guy, the lawyer came to the cell. Hey, I'm going to represent you. What? Who are you? I don't know you. Germany, I don't know about people like this in Germany. We didn't do it like this. I don't know where he's from. I could be from any one of those places, but I'm going to presume that he comes from Germany. In Germany, we didn't do it like this. In Germany, we don't have lawyers. We did not have lawyers. 9.
So I cannot verify that independently. What I was planning to ask for is for the court to admonish Mr. Ehrenreich to at least consider speaking to me and to adjourn the probable cause conference for that purpose. If he is resolute in his intention to represent himself and to refuse to speak with me, then I would leave it in the court's discretion.
If I might jump in, Judge. Torshio Feaster, Assistant Public Defender. Judge, I did represent Mr. Ehrenreich at a probation violation, a PPO violation, about a week and a half ago. So he does know who I am. And at that time we spoke, he said he wanted to represent himself on the PPO violation, but he did want our office to help him on the
mental health system is shit. You got people like this, so we got this man over here. I ain't gonna talk too much shit because I don't know what's going on with him in the head. But he little cuckoo. He's not doing so well up here. He's not doing so hot. He's trying to fight his own. He's trying to fight his own lawyer, man. Not smart.
New felony charge. So maybe he didn't speak to Mr. Overwater because he did not realize he's with our office. But I would, on behalf of Mr. Overwater, I think, ask for an adjournment and ask our client, please speak to him about this matter moving forward.
Want to do it?
Mr. Ehrenreich?
You're gonna shake your head? You're gonna shake your head? Okay.
Yes, you
Did you hear Mr. Feaster?
I heard partially. One of the guards was speaking on his communication device, and I could not really hear what was going on.
Oh, okay. You had a hearing in circuit
Should have
court
said that
on
from
a
the
PPO
beginning, man.
violation?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay. You remember the attorney that was representing you at that hearing?
I'm calling bullshit. You heard what he said. You just want to be difficult, bro. You could hear what the judge is saying, but you couldn't hear what this guy's saying. You're lying. You want to be difficult. Why you want to be difficult? What? This stupid game that you're playing over here. What you gonna gain from this? You're stupid. You heard what he said. You're just trying to be difficult.
Hearing Mr. Feaster?
I do remember Mr. Feaster, and I believe the judge was Mr. Conley, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right. Okay, that's right. So Mr. Feaster stepped in.
I cannot hear.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Feaster just stepped in right now to let you know that Mr. Overwater, who you wouldn't speak to, that they're part of the same office.
That's so stupid, bro.
So you didn't know who Mr. Overwater was when he came to talk to you, but he and Mr. Feaster work in the same office. And I don't know if you were aware of that or not.
It's comedy, man.
I understand what you're telling me, Your Honor. I understand. I was not aware of that.
Okay. So here's what. Go ahead.
At the same time, Your Honor, I would appreciate at this point representing myself.
Okay. Here's what
I will mention, Your Honor, that at the circuit court, I spoke very clearly, and Judge Conley, for whatever reason, postponed the discussion, or he didn't want to hear what. I'm not exactly sure. Bless you. I'm not exactly sure what went on. I admitted to.
This guy's stuttering like as if he barely even knows English, and he wants to represent himself. He wants to represent himself, and he barely knows the language. I don't know where he's from. He's got a German last name, but his first name is not German. So I am not exactly sure where he's from. Now that I think about it, his last name is German, but his first name is not German. So I don't know where this guy's from. He sounds like English is not his first language. He wants to represent himself, but he barely knows the language. How are you going to represent yourself in a language you barely understand? I don't understand, man. Damn, Heisenberg not looking so well. He's not. Heisenberg not looking so well, man. His wife left him. Jesse's acting stupid again. This is a bad case.
To having gone to that street where that person
No,
lives.
Mr. Eckenwright, please don't say anything about the substance of the case. Anything you can be used
Oh,
against you.
he definitely on something for sure, by the way. Matt, he definitely on something. For sure, he's on something. I don't know what it is. It might be that. It might be something else, but he's definitely on something.
So please don't say anything like we discussed last time. Please wait and speak to Mr. Overwater and let him try to help you. You're facing a 5-year felony.
Mr. Ehrenreich, if you don't understand what happened in court, it might be because you need the assistance of an attorney.
What?
All right, Mr. Ehrenreich, here's what I'm going to do. I'm
5
not
years for
going
what?
to rule
What
on
he
your
do?
motion right at this moment to represent yourself. What I want you to do is talk to the public defender, and after talking with the public defender, you can make an informed decision as to whether or not that's what you want to do. Okay? So I'll hear you out on it. It's just that I'm not going to hear you out on it today.
What did he do?
I want you to talk with them and make sure that you're clear on where you're headed with this.
Maybe.
Because it sounds like there's a lot that you're dealing with in terms of the PPO violation, this case, and it could carry some severe consequences.
I want to know what he did.
I
What's
just
the
want to make sure
accusation,
that you talk.
Severe consequences of violating a PPO. I don't know what that means. Hold on a second. Let me look that up. I don't know what a PPO is. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know these things. PPO court. Okay. Okay. What is a in court? Okay. So a PPO is a personal protection order, and he violated that. So I don't know if he violated his own PPO or he violated against somebody else. A PPO can be issued to stop somebody from threatening, harassing, or stalking, following, approaching, entering a place, or trying to SA or Minecraft somebody. So basically, like a restraining order, but not a restraining order level, like a diet restraining order, if you want to think about it that way. Okay, and he violated that, and he's gonna get that's a felony to 5 years. Okay, okay, man. That's some heavy stuff, man. You sure you want to represent yourself in that?
Talk to somebody before you make that decision. All right.
You wanna,
You need to get yourself some PPOs on
appreciate
people.
what you're telling
Yes, you
me,
do.
and I
Unironically.
understand everything clearly.
Unironically, yes.
At the same time, I have done almost nothing. I do not understand why.
He didn't do nothing.
What I did not hurt the fly.
He didn't do nothing. Say he didn't do nothing. Say he's not just not just melanated folks that be saying this. Apparently, people all the way from bumfuck Europe or whatever the hell this guy came from. I don't know where he came from. He came from the same country that freaking Nico Bellic come over here. So Nico Bellic over here is saying didn't do nothing. It's crazy, bro.
Fly. I did not.
All right, Mr. Ehrenreich, I don't want you to say anything about the facts of the case. I will explain what happened and why you're in jail, what you're charged with. I'll explain everything to you if you will let me meet with you.
I do not wish to meet with Mr. Overwater, with all due respect to him.
Might as well be, man.
Okay. All right. So, Mr. Ehrenreich, let me ask you this. You met with Mr. Feaster, correct?
I've had a video conference with him. I have not met with him in person.
Okay, all right. So I don't know, and I'm not going to interfere on who's going to meet with who, whose cases are assigned. The public defender's
I don't know
office
what
now
you got it
knows
for,
that.
and for what?
So it might be Mr. Feaster that you meet with, okay? But in any event, particularly given what you said, that you're not sure
This is
why you're
confusing
there
everybody. Everybody's
or
confused.
anything else along those lines, I want you to meet with an attorney that can explain that to you.
Yeah.
All right, and then you can
You
make the
should-
decision as to whether or not you want to go forward and how. Okay.
Your Honor, I understand the situation completely.
Well, no, you don't.
No, you
because
don't.
you don't know what you did that has you where you are. And you just said
Oh
that
my-
to me. So you don't understand it all. And I've got to make sure that you do. And one of the ways I can make sure that you do is to have you talk with somebody so they can at least explain why you're where you are right now. Okay, and that's so, Mr. Ehrenreich, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do it to protect your rights. So I'm going to tell you that when they come down to talk with you, I need you to talk with them at least, okay? And then we'll come back, and then you can make your decision about what you want to do.
Your Honor, I respect everything that you say. At the same time, I do not wish to waste anybody's time. And from my point of view,
Wasting time is all you just did over here. Bro. All you did over here was waste time. You're confusing me. You're confusing me. I'm confused. These guys are confused. What's even happening here? You don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening. Where even am I right now? What's my name? Man, I don't get it, man.
I'm willing to proceed. I know exactly why I'm in jail. I know what I've done. I know what I didn't
Well,
do.
you just told me a little while ago, Mr. Enright, you didn't know. And now you're telling me you know. That leads me to believe that I may have to order a competency on you. I don't want to do that.
Break it bad, black.
Okay?
Not the roses. I see.
Mr. Ehrenreich, I'm going to implore you to speak with an attorney first. Because you're telling me one thing, then you're telling me something else. And that may lead me down a path that I don't know that you want to go to or go down.
I don't think this guy knows what the hell he's talking about. That's the problem. He's trying to sound
It says
smart.
the connection is unstable. I'm not exactly sure, Mr. Gibbs.
Still hear you.
Okay. Your Honor, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right. It just displayed the connection is unstable. I just want to be very clear on what I said in order to,
I like his accent, though.
avoid any confusions or misunderstandings. I know wholeheartedly why I'm in jail. I know what I've done. I'm willing to hold myself accountable. I'm willing to hold myself accountable for what I've done. The thing I do not understand, and that's what I meant when I communicated that, I do not understand how what I've done is got to a point where if I feel felony is being
Mr. Ehrenreich, that's the problem. That's the problem. You need somebody to explain what if you're saying you did something.
Yes.
And I don't want you to say what you did. If you said you did something, but you don't understand what the consequences of that are, that's a problem.
Yes.
And so I'm going to get an attorney to you. I'm going to ask you to speak with them so at least they can explain that to you. Then you can make your decision about whether you want.
Oh, you're the guy from last time. Hold on a second. Este stream aquí es inglés, man. Yo va hablando inglés aquí. Yo no voy a estar hablando español aquí. Entonces, si tú quieres que yo haga un stream en español, yo puedo hacerlo en otro stream, pero otro stream va a ser en inglés. Solamente, inglés solamente. No sé inglés. Bueno, si Esto no es stream para ti. Ok. Tenga un buen día. Otro stream yo puede hablar español o otra cosa, pero esto sí va a ser en inglés, ok? Not going to be speaking Spanish in the stream. The stream I'm going to be reacting things in English. I'm not going to be speaking Spanish in this stream. So that you can check into another stream. Maybe I might do another stream in the future in Spanish. Okay? En el futuro otro stream en español. Okay. Let me see what Cho's saying here. This guy's in big trouble. All he can do is act stupid. This guy doesn't even know what he's doing. He violated a PPO. He doesn't know what the hell he did. Okay, goodbye. You spelled it wrong, but I appreciate it. Okay, tenga un buen día y Dios te bendiga. All right, have a good day and God bless you. Okay, back to this video.
Them to help you and represent, or whether or not you want to do it yourself. But I'm going, Mr. Ehrenreich, I'm done. That's what I'm going to do. It's up to you now to talk to the attorney so that you have as much information as you want.
This guy.
If you don't want to do that, you might want to tell me now so I can order a competency.
I rather represent myself. I rather not speak to an attorney. I do not feel that competency is needed. However, if Your Honor, if you would like to do that, it is up to you. You are the judge.
Oh, I am. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to order a competency a forensic evaluation, given what I've heard from the defendant on the record and what apparently is a confusion.
Oh my God.
On a number of different levels. I'll set that competency hearing for.
You want to do 60 or 90?
60.
Tuesday, November 21st.
These guys.
That'll be set for Tuesday, November 21st. November 21st.
I don't know if
2023.
that's just how they did it back in whatever the hell country he came from. Nico Bellic looking ass.
9 a.m. Mr. Overwater,
Over here in the United States, man.
The orders for the court signature.
That's not how we do things.
I will prepare that order. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
All right, see you later, Nico Bellic. That's crazy. What? This man left me with more questions than answers, man. What? Oh my goodness. No remorse, remanded to jail. Oh, I'm not watching. Oh no, that was messed up. I'm not gonna react to that one on stream. Somebody did some abuse to some kids, and it's real messed up. If you want to watch it yourself, these videos up here. You want to watch it yourself? You can watch this. So, I already saw it. I'm not watching it on video. I'm not watching that on stream. No, I'm good. I'm gonna pass up on that. She should go to jail for life for what she did. That's crazy. I ain't gonna get into that right now. Let me get into something else here. Open murder bond motion. He wasn't fleeing, Your Honor. He was on his way to turn himself in. Oh, it's gonna be a good one. Hold on. What is happening here? So I'm gonna load the video. Yes, no, okay.
Or it does.
Hey, we got prosecutor Lauren Southern over here. So this prosecutor, she just tells it like it is.
The People's State of Michigan versus Martez Robbins.
What's his name again?
Or it does recall the case of the People's State of Michigan versus Martez Robbins.
Martez Robbins.
Jessica Blanche, appearing on behalf of people.
Good afternoon, Your Honor, and good afternoon to your staff. May it please this honorable court. My name is Todd Russell Perkins, P55623, appearing on behalf of Mr. Robinson. Mr. Robinson, if you're not muted, can you state your name for the record?
Martez Robinson.
Thank you, Your Honor.
This is defendant's motion.
Yes. Yes, it is, Your Honor. May it please the court?
Let's do this.
Yes.
Thank you. Your Honor, this afternoon, and although we started this morning, this afternoon I'm asking the court for a bond in this particular matter. I believe that it is a denial of his rights to having bond. I understand what
This guy has a nutty
Sister
professor.
Counsel has written. But
That's
what I
Lori, that's
would draw the
crazy.
court's attention to and make note of, because I believe that the court has a grasp of what we're asking for. But, you know, I look at where the prosecution wants to make an assertion where at the onset of this case, at the arraignment, we didn't identify that there's any differentiation or failure to make an identification of the parties, the involved parties in this matter. But what I did say was there's an element of self-defense in this particular case. Nonetheless, that shot being put over the bow, the prosecution wants the court to assess an unfair burden, which I believe in number 11 in her response, she indicates, however, the defendant made no statement to the police.
Shot over the bow.
You know, that would eradicate his rights to Fifth Amendment right and any rights that he would have to counsel before making any statements, or if he did make any statements. So that's one aspect of where I think that the prosecution's asking the court to be unfair and hold him to an unfair burden. Now, if the court would allow me, I don't know if I have sharing privileges. It appears as I do, but I would like to share with the court. And what I do have before the court is,
kind of look like your
this is his lawsuit.
You kind of look like your grandpa. Rest in peace. Rest in peace to your grandpa. I want to see what kind of case this guy trying to make, because he's trying to say that him fighting, I don't know who was shooting at, maybe it was a different person, or if it was at police. He's trying to make a case that him shooting back is self-defense. And as the title says, I want to know what happened to the title. That he wasn't fleeing. He was on his way to turn himself in. So I presume that fleeing as in fleeing the police, and he was shooting at the police. And he was trying to get, and this guy's trying to argue that he was actually trying to turn himself in. Let's see what he says. I'm not going to speak for him. Let's see what argument he makes himself.
And I brought that up during the arraignment because he's charged with fleeing and eluding. He himself,
so he was fighting the police.
When his vehicle came to rest, where did it come to rest at? It came to rest at the Washtenaw County Jail. That's where he was on his way to. He was on his way, and the entire time while he's there, or I won't say necessarily the entire time, he's on the phone with his mother. So now, to the extent the court would like for me to produce those records, I'll produce them. But again, this is an individual who has a definite fear of the police. Now, the prosecution wants to say the fact that that case from 2015 was dismissed and offered reasons why it's dismissed. I'm showing you why it's dismissed. I'm showing you the federal lawsuit that was filed on his behalf, and I can also offer as an officer of the court that there was a settlement in this case that was somewhere south, a little bit south of $50,000. No, this is the reason why, and to that extent, what they want to draw is some assessment or have some negative assessment towards Mr. Martez Robinson as it relates to that particular action that took place, I think, in 2014 or 2015. But this is the result, and this is what happened, and this is what we do have a record of. Whereas that case didn't proceed, that case ultimately was dismissed. This case was dismissed, but it was dismissed as a result of a settlement. And notwithstanding that officer not being available, I believe that officer was available for depositions in that particular case. So I offer that to the court. So where we are is, if to the extent that there is, and I would draw a discrepancy that and I use the term discrepancy because Ms. Blanche she's a great officer of the court. But we see things differently. I don't see this individual, Mr. Robinson, as having come to the decedent's place of residence. That's not the decedent's place of residence. That's the decedent's, that is Mr. Robinson's ex-girlfriend or ex-fiance. They have two children in common. That is
another
her
one
home.
of these
That is a home in which this individual
another one of these
was
deadbeat
not.
dads. So what you're doing here, so hold on, before you even continue. So this man over here is fleeing in a car, shooting at police, and he is a father of 3 kids. With a wife, I guess they had a divorce or some shit. But you can't divorce yourself having kids. You have 3 kids. You have 3 kids in this world. You got 3 kids. Whoever you had them with is whoever you had them with. You got family and kids, and you out here running from police and shooting like this is some GTA over here, bro? Why? Why are you doing this? Why are you fighting police? You got family. Now, he doesn't mention why he was running. She's going to explain why he was even running in the first place. Because I want to know why he was even running in the first place. But regardless, why are you running and shooting at police? What?
He wasn't a resident of her home, but he came to that particular location. So to suggest that Mr. Robinson left his home, and what I would indicate to you, my client, he's been employed since I believe 2017 or 2018. He's on his way to work. So on his way to work, this undertaking took place, and he was working from 2 p.m. until 10 a.m. that day. He goes in, and this unfolded.
Why are you fighting police?
To suggest that he simply left his house, armed himself, left his house, and went to this other individual's house. That other individual, I think the prosecution is saying, is the decedent, is an inaccuracy. It's just not. It's not true. That and I understand where the prosecution may make that assessment that that's his house, but this is an individual who has, and you know, I understand that'll play itself out. And just for a moment, I'm sorry, Your Honor. Oh, I'm just and that's a matter that'll play itself out in court. But this is an individual that should be entitled to a bond. I understand this bond, it may be significant, but there's clear, as we say, self-defense, that can't be as much as there may not be.
Oh, he killed somebody, or alleged. He allegedly killed somebody, and that's why he was running and shooting at police. So that's why he was running. And the police were shooting at him because they probably saw him do it. Or allegedly do it. Allegedly, excuse me. Allegedly shooting. All that allegedly. What? Oh my goodness.
To go on as far as that is, but as an officer of the court and in telling the court that there's going to be self-defense in this particular case, you know, how much it is, it's the same burden, the same way that we should look at where the prosecution wants to assess that that guilt is evident or the presumption is great. Man. It's not. What we have is a shooting that took place, and that's all we have. And
that's all we have. It's something, you know, it's nothing. It's not a big deal.
Prosecution's quote spin on,
you know, shootings, man. I mean, shootings happen, bro. What you mean? You know, it's just everyday things. You know, he was just shooting, running and shooting at police. It just happens. Things just like that happen, bro. It's not a big deal, you know. Allegedly, one person died because it said murder. Allegedly, one person died, but you know, what's one person than a couple people, right? You know, there's billions of people on this earth. What's one person going? Like, you know, I don't know what this guy's argument is. This argument's terrible. You know, I see a lot of these people representing themselves, and that's a stupid decision. But if this guy was my lawyer, I'll represent myself too. If this guy was my lawyer, I'll be better off representing myself because this is a terrible argument. He's trying his best. I know it's his job to defend people like this because he's a public defender. That's just what he's gonna do. But like, damn, man. Oh, man. This dude needs to have this dude needs to have Saul compared to that guy. I don't know about that. I mean, in the beginning of Saul, like this, he wasn't doing so hot either. So that might also not go well for him either.
This, the pejorative term would be spin as it relates to the circumstances that unfolded on that unfaithful morning. But to suggest otherwise and to deny this individual a bond, I believe would be a miscarriage of justice. So I'd ask the court to consider that, and I'll leave save any opportunity for rebuttal.
All I do is rebuttal.
Judge, the only reason why I made any said anything about the defendant not making a statement is because part of the police report, we don't have a statement from the defendant. So obviously I don't know what's in his mind. They've claimed self-defense at arraignment, but there's nothing in the police report that supports some type of self-defense claim. I was asking to deny bond based on the facts that we have in the police report. We have an eyewitness who saw the defendant crouching by a car, said it was like my kids were playing Call of Duty or something, the way he snuck up between the vehicles and he had a gun, was right there. He was
I'm gonna let her finish, but like, what?
Shouldering a rifle. It was a longer gun. It wasn't like a pistol or a handgun. She said that he crouched over like he was trying to sneak up on them. And the next thing she heard was him say to the victim, "Give her her fucking keys, bitch." When she saw him raise the gun, she ran to the bathroom, called 911, and she hears a gunshot. And then the next thing she sees is the victim laying on the ground and Alicia providing CPR to her, to him. So then he leaves the area, the police come, they see him leaving, they go after him, and he spends 25 minutes on a flee from the police. And they're saying that was because there's a prior, I guess, a prior lawsuit from 2013, 2014. And that's why he didn't want to pull over, because he was scared of the police. That was with IPSI, that wasn't with the Washington County Sheriff's Department, but I still get it, it's police. But at the same time, he has had police contact multiple times since 2013, 2014, which didn't lead into any type of flee. In fact, he was pulled over for a traffic offense in Detroit in 2016. In 2018, he was pulled over by IPSI, who he had the police, the suit against for no proof of insurance. He has a 2017 OWI out of Plymouth, where he was pulled over and was possession of a firearm, which he didn't flee. So he didn't flee on any of those incidences. So to make the argument that he fled from the police in this particular incident after he shot somebody because he was scared because of the lawsuit, I believe is disingenuous. He is a flight risk. He shot and killed a human being. We have eyewitnesses who have recounted that. And he is not supposed to be contacting her in jail. She's one of our main witnesses. I would ask that to stay in order. And I ask you to deny bond based on the fact that the swear to was done before the judge. She got to read the whole entire police report. She heard arguments from both sides, and she made the determination at the time that the bond should be denied in the case.
May I, Your Honor?
Holy shit! Just sound like something that could happen to your old neighborhood, Sally. You need to get. Well, I'm glad you're out of that place, because that's freaking crazy. This man over here was playing This guy was really playing GTA, and we were just joking about that. No, this guy actually was doing it. He was fighting police. He killed somebody. Oh my goodness, bro. Lawyer man. What is this argument you're making here? What was all that shit she was just saying before? When this is what the prosecutor over here is displaying. Hold on, bro. What's happening here?
You may.
Thank you. May it please the court. So what prosecution is not telling you is during this circuitous route through the streets of the city of Ypsilanti, Mr. Robinson is going 20 and 25 miles an hour. At some point, he's going 40 miles an hour. He's not fleeing. We forget that he arrives and his car wrecks.
So I guess I have a problem with your argument, because you're telling me that he was headed to basically the sheriff's department.
Oh my! This is a stupid argument. He wasn't fleeing because he wasn't going 40 miles per hour. He only went 40. He only went 25. My man, I don't think it matters. I'm gonna be honest with you. That doesn't matter. Whether if he was going 40, 25, whatever the fuck he was saying, he shot somebody and he was playing police. He's shooting back like this is some GTA. I don't think any of that matters. I don't think that matters. I don't think any of that stuff matters at the end of the day. I was gonna go on a limb and just say that none of that shit matters. But I'm gonna let Judge say his piece. This is craziness. I wasn't expecting this.
Because he was
I
scared
did
of-
make the warning at the beginning of stream, and this is what I was telling about you before, man. You don't know what you're gonna find in these videos. I did not check this beforehand. You're gonna this shit crazy.
police. And what about these other stops?
Well, I understand.
You may sit there and argue about how fast he's going or what he's doing, but what about these other stops from this lawsuit? I mean, that you shared the screen to show me this lawsuit,
right?
Saying he's scared of police. Now you want to minimize what he was really doing on that day. Why didn't he just pull over?
Well, Your Honor, I'm not saying that this is not an emotional event for my client. I'm not saying all those things. I'm talking about the infusion of several different factors that you have there. It's late at night, and but ultimately, we can't escape the fact that where this vehicle came to rest is at the Washtenaw County Jail. That's, that is the story. I understand that he's had these other stops and these other arrests, but we can't forget the emotion that's fitted in here. Furthermore, as it relates to the witness who claims to have seen, that witness is not claiming to have seen what actually transpired. That witness is not claiming to have seen what police discovered is that decedent had a firearm. That decedent, a felon who just got out of prison, or was on, I don't know if he's on parole, but has got out of prison for weaponry, who also has a plethora of information throughout social media, which now under Rule 405 will come in this particular case about his propensity to have
what is
firearms,
this stupid ass argument that he's making?
as he allocutes on his own in his videos and suggestions and rants throughout social media. But more importantly, that individual there was a firearm that was right next to that individual, and understanding that firearm does not declare to have been fired, but that is there is in this case built in that self-defense element right there in and of itself. So again, the things that are not known today is still, I believe, he should have a bond, and not to mention the fact that this individual, he presents himself today as a father of 2 children, 1 stepchild, working,
that don't mean shit to me,
and
man.
he has one prior offense, which is the older.
All that shit can be thrown out the window once you commit crimes. And apparently, allegedly, he killed somebody. I don't know what happened in that situation, but like all that shit goes out the window when it comes to these situations. So yeah.
WI that prosecutor spoke of. This is an individual that should be entitled to a bond. I think.
Okay, but what about that person who died? That person has a family. That person may or may not have kids. Whether or not that person, he or she may not have kids, he or she was the kid of somebody. That's somebody's child. That's somebody's sibling. That's somebody's cousin, lover. Any of that. Father, mother. That's somebody's something that's no longer there no more. That person's gone. That person's not coming back. So this this argument of this guy, the defendant, is a father, that don't mean shit to me, because all the things I just said. I will give it to the lawyer guy. I mean, I couldn't do this. I'm sorry, but I can't defend a person like this. I know it's his job, like you said. It's his job. That's true. He's paid to do this. He has to do this. Otherwise, if he doesn't defend his client, that can be a motion for a mistrial, and somebody has to defend him. So somebody has to do it. So I'm not gonna throw him for that. But like, this is crazy. This whole situation is just crazy, bro. This is crazy, man.
I think the factors bear itself out, and to the extent that
so yeah, like somebody has to defend. Somebody has to defend this dude. If he doesn't do a good job, that can be a motion for a mistrial, and he can get out. even the worst people have to have lawyers. Otherwise, they can get out on some legal bullshit. So it has to be done. So, yeah. But like, damn, I couldn't do it. So he's taking one for the team because this is great.
Prosecution wants to say, well, he was arrested here, or not arrested, but he was stopped here, he was stopped there. It doesn't merit. It's like comparing apples to oranges. We recognize what just happened, and this individual, through his efforts, is trying to get to the Washtenaw County Jail, which is where he ultimately came to rest. He's not a flight risk. This individual was turning himself over to custody. The fact that he didn't make a statement, he recognized, hey, I have a right not to make a statement. So
the way he's talking, I can tell. Some people do this, right? I know when he's talking like this, right? When he's talking like this, it kind of sounds like he's not really believing what he's saying. When you kind of have that little light voice, and I'm raising my voice, and it's like a little softness, a little that, isn't that all? This that third, right? It don't seem like you're serious, bro.
Again, as his counsel, as an officer of the court, we're talking about a self-defense.
Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right. The court doesn't believe that the magistrate has in any way abused her discretion in setting this bond that was set in this case, or he or she. I'm not sure which magistrate said it. I think the circumstances, as the court understands the case at this point, is either stated by the defendant or filed in their written pleadings, would lead this court to that same conclusion, that in this instance of a open murder charge under these circumstances, that the defendant's bond should be denied. The court is not at this time going to change that bond. Defendant's motion for bond reduction or change of bond is denied in its entirety. Defendant's bond will remain denied. Thank you.
Oh, we have to set a date.
PCC or PE?
PE.
Judge, and I obviously would we don't have the autopsy protocol yet in this case. I know Dr. Tasha did it, and if we are bringing him in, he's not available till October.
This is insane.
Well, I mean, if that's the case, I think he should be entitled to a bond because it's not his purpose of delay in this matter.
Oh, then we can do this. It's Mr. Perkins, we can do this. If you want me to set it, they can start it, and then it can be adjourned for good cause. So which way do you want to do it? I mean, it's up to you.
Well, why don't can we set a date? I'll go see my client. I saw him last night. Let's set a date sooner than later. And then if my client understands what I just don't think he understands what, I want to make sure he understands what we're doing. That's all.
So I'll set a preliminary exam date. I'll set that for August 15th, 2023. Pardon?
This is insane.
I'm just pulling up my calendar just to make sure I'm available now. Would that be a morning time, Your Honor?
Be a morning time, 9 a.m. before me.
Okay. All right. And I'll talk to him in the meantime and let Ms. Blanche know.
That will be in person. Thank you. Bond continued is denied.
Thank
you.
Bros, that was a lot. And I think I hear my folks calling me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little break, and I'm gonna be right back. I'll be right back. This is insane. This is crazy. This is crazy. I'm gonna be right back, and I won't be back. I won't be gone too long. I'll be right back. All right. See you guys in a bit. Get it. I'm back. Man. That was certainly something. That was certainly something. Refresh your screen. Refresh your browsers if you were watching this and you don't see me back yet. Refresh your browsers. Back. Wait for people to come back. Yeah, when I do it like that, some people just leave and they don't come back. But you know what? It's fine. I'm still here. I'm still gonna be reacting to these streams. Okay. Next time I won't do it like that no more. I'll just do it a different way. Okay. Man, that kind of threw me off. That just threw a whole wrench in my whole stuff. I want to continue reacting to videos, but this video, how long is the stream? How long is the stream? The stream's about to be 3 hours. Let me see. You can't see it, but the stream is 2 hours. Okay. I was gonna react to that other thing, but if people like this video, I'll do a part 2, and I just react to that whole series that I was talking about before. But I'm gonna continue doing this because this is a lot more this is a lot more crazy. This is a lot more crazy than what I was gonna show you before. I thought what I was gonna show you was crazy. Nah, it's pretty milquetoast in comparison to whatever the hell that was. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. So who tried to question a court ruling?
Calls the case of Mutual Property Management versus Robert Beal.
Good morning, Your Honor. Kevin Callahan for plaintiff, P78273. I have with me the owner of the property, Abreet Kaur.
Let my peeps know.
Good morning, Your Honor. Robert.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Good morning, Robert Beal here, Your Honor.
All right. Counsel, did you receive a copy of the answer?
We received a copy of the answer by email at 4:36 last night. It's my understanding from our last court date that Mr. Beal indicated that he was having his lawyer.
Is this the guy or not? Somebody joined my server. Hold on a second. Like I'm not gonna. I'll just talk about the beginning of next stream. So I don't think he's even here. The guy was speaking Spanish. I think he came to my server, but I think he just saw it. He didn't understand what's going on because he doesn't know English. Yeah. Okay. Let everybody know that I'm back. Do this on this. Okay. All right. I'll wait for a little bit. Put this back to the beginning. And let's get on.
Calls the case of Mutual Property Management versus Robert Beal.
Good morning, Your Honor. Kevin Callahan for plaintiff, P78273. I have with me the owner of the property, Abreet Kaur.
Good morning, Your Honor. Robert.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Good morning, Robert Beal here, Your Honor.
All right. Counsel, did you receive a copy of the answer?
We received a copy of the answer by email at 4:36 last night. It's my understanding from our last court date that Mr. Beal indicated that he was having his lawyer appear. No lawyer has appeared on the case. He was required to tender $10,000 into the court's escrow by the 10th of July. I don't have evidence of that. Not to say that it didn't happen. I don't have evidence of it. And he was required to answer the complaint by the 10th of July, and we just received the answer last night that poses 0 legal defenses, Judge.
Mr. Beal, do you have an attorney here?
No, Steve Wallace will be hired as of next week. The reason I did not put the escrow in Monday, as you.
Hold on a second. Just have my screen real quick. Who's sending me notifications? Why am I getting so much notifications? Oh, man, started streaming. Okay. And Disney's also streaming. Okay. And no one's above the law. Yeah, I don't know about that. Okay.
Required me to and give the answer. My business partner had a stroke in Oregon. I flew to Oregon and I just got back Thursday night. And my wife has already took the funds out the account. I didn't want her to take that a lot of money up there by herself. So I told her I'd start working on that after I speak with you today. But we have all of the rent money up
That
to
escrow was
$19,000.
supposed to be in.
Yes, Your Honor, you're right.
Oh, I know. And all right. And the answer was supposed to be in earlier than it is now. And I don't see where you're indicating that any defenses to the amount they're claiming is owed.
The amount they're claiming is owed, we're off a few $1,000s, but not the majority of the rent. The majority of the rent, or the $4,500, is definitely due. I have been going back and forth with the management company to do some things around the house, and they have yet to do everything. But the key thing was the deck and the security of the deck. They told me we were going to put a deck up. They decided not to. I asked them to let me pay for the deck. Let me pay for the deck. They said, "Well, you pay for it. We're not going to reimburse you for it." I said, "Well, what about if I sell it to you back at 30% after I leave, after the lease is up?" They said no. I said, "Well, if I pay for the debt, can I take it with me when I leave?" They said no. So I have been trying back and forth to go back and forth with them to try to work out an agreement with the deck. I did speak with the county yesterday, Steve, the inspector, and he said by law, they're not required to put a deck up, but they are required to have a security barrier back there. So Steve said he was going to call, Steve, the inspector for the county, said he was going to call the email the owner to see if they can arrange to put a barrier up. Once that barrier is up, I'm fine. I don't have a problem.
How much is owing on this account?
With court costs, Judge, it's $18,944.23. Court costs are $235.
Here's what I'm going to do in this case is I'm going to, the escrow needs to be paid. Mr. Beal, we've been through this before. You always make promises to me in another case. You always make all these promises. There's some excuse, and you're just going to have to put up or not. I mean, I ordered $10,000 in escrow. You said you were going to pay it. I get here today. You didn't do it. I don't have any proof of what are the other things that you're talking about. Don't need it, quite frankly. You were supposed to put the $10,000 into escrow. So, if the escrow is, so I will grant the judgment. If the escrow is paid, then the judgment will not enter. It needs to be paid today. If the escrow is paid today by close of business, then this matter adjourns out to July 21st, 2023 at what time? At 10 a.m. So the escrow needs to get there. If it's not here today, plaintiff's entitled to their judgment for their full amount. If it's there today, then I'll see you guys next week at 10.
Judge, if I may.
I make my orders, you got to follow.
Judge, if I may respond.
Pardon?
If I may respond to that, Judge.
Sure.
Judge, there's absolutely zero reason for us to adjourn this again. Mr. Beal, at
Counsel,
our second
counsel,
court date,
counsel.
if I could,
That is what I'm doing. I don't need a response from you. That is what I'm doing.
Judge, I would like to make a record if I could.
I go for it.
Thank you, Judge. At the
What are
second
you
court
doing?
date, we received a possession judgment for the full amount. Mr. Beal was not present. Mr. Beal decided to come later on, and the court set aside that judgment. At the subsequent hearing, Mr. Beal made promises to this court, made promises to us that he has a lawyer, he has the escrow, he has this, he has that. He didn't do anything he was required to, and there's zero legal defenses here. I don't understand why we are adjourning it again when there's absolutely zero legal defenses. If Mr. Beal has some kind of misunderstanding about.
Are you done? Are you done?
I'm not done, no, Judge. I'm trying to make my argument for the record.
Oh my God, what is?
Thank you, Judge.
Get done.
Thank you, Judge. Any dispute about a deck is between the owner
voice?
and the city and has nothing to do with the legal contract and has nothing to do with Mr. Beal's obligation to tender rent. I have an owner here that has been displaced from her house. She's owed over $18,000 and is not receiving a single dime here. I don't know why you're giving Mr. Beal another opportunity when there's absolutely zero legal defenses.
All right. First of all, part of your record is wrong. And absolutely wrong, because that was explained to you the last time. So don't try to distort the record, counsel. The reason that the judgment was set aside is Mr. Beal was attempting to try to get in. We verified it. In deference to somebody trying to sign into Zoom, I set aside the judgment. I explained that to you. So don't try to distort what happened. Second thing, I told Mr. Beal this is what he needed to do. He has given me some reason why he did not do it. Certainly, I question whether or not all of that occurred. But what I did is I said, look, if you were to put the escrow in, he files the answer, we'd have to deal with that anyway. He's saying there's a reason why he didn't put the escrow in. I'm giving him till today to get the escrow in. If the escrow's not in, you get your judgment. It's as simple as that. That's why that's happening. I'm done. Case over. We'll see you next week or not.
Damn.
Court calls case. S&C Holdings versus James Smith.
Your Honor. Good morning, Your Honor. Tracy Thomas appearing on behalf of the plaintiff.
Mr. Smith, can you state your name, please?
James Smith, Your Honor.
All right. You guys want to fight with me too?
Absolutely not, Judge.
No, let's roll. I'm ready today.
I'd like to make
Oh man, you don't want to do that.
record.
No.
Everybody's asking me why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm doing this 23 years and I get questioned today. Anyway, go ahead.
Nah, man. I like Judge Simpson, man. He's definitely got more. He's definitely got more patience than I would, man. I'll just tell these guys off. I cannot be a judge because I just tell these people off, man. How you gonna argue with the judge of the rules, you know? Make a better case or send it to appeals. And what happens. Probably not going to be good for you though. But you know, if you want to play stupid games, they're going to win stupid prizes. Is that simple? Let me see. These videos are all kind of long. I don't want to just react to just one video all straight. Okay. Let's watch something a little bit more. We're going back to back. Let's watch something a little bit more light, more lighthearted, because that whole thing about the guy doing the shootout, that was a bit crazy. That was crazy. What?
Good morning, folks. Court does call the case of 6 Trails Apartments versus Cheyenne Nash.
Good morning, Judge Robert Novak appearing on behalf of the plaintiff.
Good morning, Judge.
Hello, Ms. Nash. All right, where are we on this case?
Judge, Ms. Nash failed to appear last time, and it looks like there was a payment made. There's only $1,100, actually $1,102 that's due and owing through the end of December.
$1,102. Okay, Ms. Nash. How are you gonna get that paid?
Well, right now I'm like very short on cash.
Okay.
I was wondering if I could just make a payment of like 250, 300. I start work January 3rd.
Okay. All right. Hold on. Just relax. Okay. You're okay. You all right?
Yeah, just been hard.
I know. All right. Here's what we'll do. How much is your monthly rent?
I believe it's like 935, 940.
Okay.
And I'm willing to pay everything off with all of my checks when I start.
Okay. Hold on. Snash, do me a favor.
Yeah.
Take a breath. Okay. Right now, nothing bad is gonna happen. All right. We're gonna do our best to try to work this through. All right. Fair enough.
Thank you.
All right. Because you're stressing me out. Nobody likes a stressed judge because then I do crazy. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
No stress to the judge.
Right. And then everybody else after you is gonna blame you because the judge.
No, I don't
Yeah,
want that.
yeah, that's what happened. I'm just telling you. All right. So how much can you pay, you think?
Right now, 300. I can get 300 in.
Why is it darker?
Miss Nash? You have kids?
I do.
How many?
So my mom had a traumatic brain injury about 4 years ago. So I have custody of my brother, who's 16. And I have my daughter, who's 9.
Miss Nash, here's what I'm gonna do. And I may be doing this over the objection of plaintiff, but I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna adjourn your matter out January 6th, 2023 at 12 p.m. noon. Okay. We'll effectively be by that date the 2,000 figured out. Okay. But here's what I want you to do. Take that 300 and you make sure those kids have a good Christmas.
Thank you.
All right.
I really appreciate it. I do. Thank you.
You're welcome. You have a great holiday and we'll see you on the 6th. Okay.
Thank you, Judge. Have a great holiday. Merry Christmas.
Take care.
I think that's it, Mr. Plumley.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
So you have Merry Christmas.
And same to you.
And you look like Santa.
I am Santa.
You are.
Oh man, that was sweet. That was good. That was a good one. That was a good one. Okay. Nice and wholesome. Back to the bullshit. Here we go. Here we go. Another sovereign city. And look, we got the YouTube description.
Peninsula Place versus Trellis Lane.
Lawrence Kreffman for the plaintiff, Your Honor.
Hey, Jan, how you doing?
Okay, I'm doing okay. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, Jan. Can I get sworn in?
No.
Why?
You said no.
Yes, that two-letter. Mr. Kreffman, how much is owing on this account?
The swearing in is for witnesses. And if you're in person, then that's something different. Or better yet, you can wait until he tells you to do it. It's not when you say it, it's when the judge says it. Right off, there's a weird start. I don't know what bro is cooking, but right now it's smelling terrible, bro. I don't know what you cooking, but you need I think you need to take it out because that shit's burning right now. Don't smell good. It smells terrible.
Your Honor, the rent to retain possession is $1,978.19 plus court costs of $161 for a total of $2,131.19.
Sir, how do you intend upon getting that paid?
Your
Hold on a
Honor,
second.
I am the first-hand witness.
Is this guy smoking? I've seen that before, by the way. There was a guy over here that was smoking on the camera, bro. I don't understand some people. I'll let this video play.
I have certain facts obtained a matter of hand. I am the beneficiary of my estate. I am the taxpayer. I am the signed person by the Social Security Administration. That card is in my name. I don't know if you got any of my emails.
No, I got them all.
And I also sent the hard copy to the court. I don't know if it was have time to get there. It should have arrived at 10:30. Like I was stating, I want to have a motion to be on behalf of the plaintiff. I've shown all proof that I have an interest and ownership on this account, and I've been performing, and they have not been accepting my payments.
They haven't been accepting your payments?
They have not. I sent the letters.
How much did you send it in U.S. currency?
I sent them by my endorsement.
Okay, that wasn't my question. My question was, are you sending it in U.S. currency?
No, Your Honor, we don't have currency. All we have is credit.
I see. Okay.
What?
So here's what I'm going to do.
Excuse me? Crypto.
When can I send it?
You want to do a try?
Yes. Yeah. Or whatever.
No, it's one of these.
Do you want to do it after the 3rd? Since we're
At what time? No, because those other people will be here.
Yeah. Wasting time again. I'm telling you, bro. All these people do is waste time.
Just give me a date.
Monday the 9th at 1:30.
All right, real good. So here's what I'm going to do. We'll just skip the formalities. I'm going to set this for non-jury trial Monday, January 9th, 2023. At what time? 1:30. At 1:30. That will be that will be in person.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Look forward to it. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Happy holidays.
Yes, and to you, sir.
All righty.
Hold on a second. That was a whole lot of stupid, bro. Okay. You will be held accountable able. That is a whole series. That is a whole series on this channel. And I would like to see it from the beginning. In fact, I'm already watching another series. I'm going to watch it after stream. One defendant, 2 judges, 4 hearings. What time is it? Okay. I want to end on something good. I want to end with something good. So we can watch a more long. Let's watch this one. It's gonna be a more long. And then I'm gonna go do something else. Okay, this is the defendant over here. Okay, they're going through a hearing with somebody else.
The people versus Eric Vermeulen.
And Assistant Public Defender Brian J. Craig on behalf of Mr. Eric Vermeulen. Sir, will you please unmute yourself and state your name for the record, please?
He was here. Eric.
Oh boy, another one of these.
Eric Vermeulen. Oh.
There it goes. Well, shit, it's Laz.
I'm here. Eric.
Bro, how did Laz get there?
Oh.
Oh shit, look, it's Laz. Oh shit. Look at that. Hold on, let me make this bigger.
Okay.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Oh shit, look at that. Who that is right there? It's Laz, man. Oh shit. About to get his liver busted up. Damn. How did Laz get in this dumbass video? That's crazy. It's crazy, man. It's Conan Laz over here. That's how you know the stupid. I know this is not Laz, but the stupidness of Laz is gonna rub off on this dude, and it's gonna make this whole thing go downhill. I'm already calling it. It's bound to happen.
Oh.
There it goes. Okay, I'm here.
Eric. Okay.
Yeah,
He's
the
here.
phone trouble. I'm sorry about that.
All
Thank
right.
you, Your Honor. It's set for pretrial today,
Can I
Your
say
Honor.
something real quick?
Hold on, sir. Just let me set the stage for what we're going to do today. His technical issues with communications preceded today's hearing, Your Honor. I was unable to speak to him by telephone, but I'm glad he is here. This is a driving while license suspended matter. Would the court be so kind to tell us if Mr. Vermeulen has a valid?
Another one of these stupid people who are driving without licenses. I will say though, they need to change that. They need to change that about the suspended license thing because that can be kind of confusing. Is he driving because his license is his license is suspended or his license his driving privileges got revoked? Because those are not the same thing. The first thing I said implies that you already have a license. The second one could be you can have a license or you don't. The name of the charge is misleading. But you know, those are things if you're a lawyer you gotta know. You would know these things. If you're not, then you would be confused. But this guy is insistent on defending on what I guess he wants to be defending himself as the point of this video, so let's see how that goes.
Valid license at this time.
I'll be interrupting this video and let him play. It's gonna be one of the last things. I'm gonna react to this one in the next video, and then it's gonna be
Of course not. Well, it's funny because his license says it's still suspended.
It is.
Okay.
Okay.
See, if I may say something, maybe you could understand what's going on. Between court, 4 arraignments, 3 pretrials now. So much for a speedy trial, right?
Herman sounding
anyhow, they're over a year now. They've been messing with me, and I think they're trying to make me forget evidence or something. I don't know what's going on, but
who's trying to make you do that? The Supreme Court?
Well, over a year now. I mean, 3 pretrials. They're trying to get me to plea on something that I told them I don't want to plea on anything. And I told them I had another matter with Judge Simpson, and she said, "Well, too bad," basically, and set me up later down the road. And then the prosecutor asked me if he could go on vacation. I said, "Well, go on vacation. I don't, I mean,
Mr.
So now I
Vermillion,
gotta tell you this.
is it a traffic related case?
And Judge Simpson, last week my buddy was not here, which I used his phone for Zoom, and I tried to use mine, it wouldn't accept it. So by the time he got back here, I was 17 minutes late, but then I logged in and I seen someone talking to you, and then it went to the host will connect you in a minute or something similar to that. And I waited 45 minutes, and then finally I hung up and called the court, and they told me I had a warrant.
Mr.
And they
Vermillion,
told me-
not to cut you off, but I
Yep.
will. In terms of
Okay, go ahead.
what's the likelihood of you getting a license if the judge were to adjourn it, or do you wish to resolve it today, potentially
No,
resolving it?
if the judge could adjourn it, but the 27th I have to go to court, and now I think it's for a final settlement again.
The
Which
27th
one?
of what?
Huh? Pardon
The
me?
20 So you got to go to court in Saline.
Yes.
What day do you have to go?
The 27th of this month.
Of this month.
Yes, and I think
Okay.
they're going to try to do another pretrial conference to try and get me to plea on something that I'm not playing on.
Okay, I don't know what they're planning on, but you tell me you got a court date.
Yes. Yeah, they said my next court date, but they keep doing arraignments and plea bargains. and
Okay,
this and
okay,
that.
Eric,
I don't think it's
stay
going to
with
be
me.
the trial.
Eric,
Yes,
stay
sir.
with me. Stay with me.
Stay with me,
What
man.
kind of case is
Losing
that
it.
you have?
You know, we're driving on a suspended, but it's not true. I wasn't even in the vehicle. And I got police footage and all that. So I
You got
need
police.
Yeah, answer the
Okay,
question.
all right. So I'm gonna give you a chance to get all that together,
Okay.
and I'm gonna adjourn this one to May 18th.
You're not answering the question, bro.
Okay. Now I don't think this is going to be a trial that they're setting me up for. I think they're trying to do another plea bargain deal. And I'm just going to tell the judge she needs to move on. Really, I mean,
Hey,
over
you
a
go
year-
right ahead and tell her that.
No, I wouldn't do that. No,
Okay?
yeah, I'd advise against that.
Okay, no. No, go
All
ahead.
Bro,
Let's chill up
this
here.
freaking ether speaking ass
Eric,
dude.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm going to
Slurring
suggest you
his
do.
words and shit.
You go over there, you try to figure it. You got an attorney over there?
I don't. I'm representing myself because
Okay,
the
well,
last attorney you wouldn't believe.
Eric.
Okay, go ahead.
Eric, we've known each other for a long time, or at least you've been
Oh, my
appearing
God.
before me for a long time. So here's the deal. I think the thing is, and I just know you, and I know Judge Freshour, and actually both of you are very good people, but I could see that conversation going south. So here's what I want you to do, Eric, because it'll make it easier, I think, for the judge, and it'll make it easier for you. Is you need to ask for a public defender over there.
But I had them, and they're one of them literally yelled at me and tried to
Okay.
belittle me and tried to accuse me for doing this. And told
Okay,
me
I've
that-
never belittled you, but I've yelled at you before.
Yeah,
So
you can.
You should
can.
be used to that.
Yeah, but you know what?
Okay,
You didn't
Eric.
catch me this time.
Yeah, okay, bro.
Eric,
Eric, don't talk over the judge.
do this. Go over there and tell him you want an attorney. Okay? Because you
Okay.
trying to do it yourself is gonna just end up bad.
Well,
I know it, Eric. I know it. Get an
I know
attorney over
too.
there.
I know too. They keep telling me to get one too, and I actually
Yeah, I
do
know.
have one. But
Eric, do you trust me?
yes, the police officer though he didn't read.
Oh,
took me into
Hold
custody.
on,
Hold on.
Eric.
We're not talking
Eric,
face.
Okay,
Eric, you trust me, right?
I do.
Then get an attorney.
I got one. I was gonna cancel one, but I got one.
Get
And
one over in the Sling Court. Okay.
Yes, I do have one.
I'm gonna adjourn this out. We'll see you on May 18th. You make sure to go over there and get an attorney.
I know. I
For
trust
the
you.
27th. Just
I'm
do,
gonna keep my attorney. I trust you. Thank
Eric.
you.
Eric, just do it.
I got it. I got one. I'm not gonna fire her now that you say that. So, yeah, I trust you, Judge Simpson.
All right. Then you get yourself over there with your attorney, and then you'll be all right. Okay.
Will do. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll see you May 18th.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Bye.
Take care.
Man, people sure like to drive with suspended licenses in Michigan. Damn. It's like a
Alright, now
reoccurring
let's
thing.
see. Demetrius knows. All right.
This guy, the other guy.
Mr. Kriegel, Mr. Vermeulen is supposed to be here.
That is correct, Your Honor. And my understanding, he was going to be here in person, and that the public defender's office is in a standby assistant role.
It's not standby, you were appointed.
I apologize. I thought we were in the capacity continuing to assist him in a standby role.
No.
So again, he's obviously here on Zoom. I apologize for that.
I understand that, but the prosecutor is here. Why isn't he here?
Only Mr. Vermeulen can address that. I do not know why he's not physically here when you said it in person.
Mr. Vermeulen, why aren't you in the courtroom? You're muted. We can't hear you.
Hello. Hold on. What? I hold myself very responsible for this defendant's actions. I trying to hold water in your hands. Yeah, I don't get that question either. Why is it the defendant's fault if the prosecutor's there or not? Maybe there's an explanation for that, but I don't get it. I don't get it. And this video might seem interesting. It might seem interesting, but I don't feel like going through all of this on stream. Let's go through this. Conspiracy theories in court. Let's see what this gets us. It's just another day.
Please, the court, may I address that issue?
Which issue?
I'd like to bring at least a quick question to the court. I have sent a letter to the medical team here in Washington County Jail. I brought to them attention that I have the belief for when I had an MRI done on my person, that there is a foreign device on me that is...
Okay, he wasn't representing himself and was just declared competent. I don't know how, but if they declared him competent, then they declared him competent. Get out the way of the text. He wants to represent himself and just declared competent. I cut out just a small part. Okay, they just cut out all the beginning part, so we're here at the meet now. All right.
Invades my privacy of mind. I believe they call it law enforcement computer control.
All right, man.
To the attention as I did my doctor.
Hold on, let me put this back from the beginning. This is gonna be a good one. I can tell already. This is gonna be a good one. Here we go. Mind control, baby.
Anybody have any?
This is defendant up here. Isaiah.
Issue?
Old head name Isaiah Williams. My name's Isaiah Williams, sir. Damn MRIs, they trying to control my brain, man. Oh golly. Oh man. It's gonna be one of these.
Which issue?
I'd like to bring at least a quick question to the court. I have sent a letter to the medical team here in Washington County Jail. I brought to them attention that I have the belief for when I had an MRI done on my person, that there is a foreign device on me that invades my privacy of mind. I believe they call it law enforcement computer control. And I wanted to bring that to the attention as I did my doctor. And when I brought that to my doctor on October the 11th, they was going to remove this illegal device off my person.
Computer control. Let's get it. Welcome back,
I was kidnapped. So I would ask, and I asked.
You were arrested.
Oh my God.
You were arrested.
It's kidnapped.
Yes.
Okay.
That's well.
Just so that we're clear.
I didn't call it was arrest. I thought it was a kidnap because the individual he did not have did not present a badge, did not even present a warrant, and nothing that showed that he was even a member of the law.
Mr. Williams,
I
have a question.
You were arrested.
Your Honor,
so what? I don't. What are you asking me, Mr. Williams?
Can I get this illegal device taken off my person before I start trial? Is that possible? That withdrawal?
Okay. I don't know that it's there.
Well,
So
I did an
I,
MRI, and the
before,
doctor assured me that there was something foreign in my
Who-
body. I did an examination even in
Who-
the county jail, and
who told you
Chicago.
that?
The doctor, when they did an
Which
MRI.
doctor?
This is the doctor in Chicago, Illinois, at the
Okay,
medical center
so
there.
here's what you do, Mr. Williams. If you get a letter from the doctor in Illinois telling the court that there is a LEC, which I'm calling it, which is law enforcement computer control device, that's in your system. If you get that letter to the court, then I will take appropriate action.
LEC.
I would take and definitely pursue that, Your Honor. But I
Okay.
need the court's assistance
All right,
to
now,
keep my
Gotta take out that
property.
LEC.
At this time,
Yeah, I'm gonna
I
use
do
that
not
now.
have my property that was taken from me with all my money. I do not have even funds. I can't even
and
properly
then,
address
then
your
you
court.
are just like everybody else that is in the county jail.
Got the LEC.
So now, Mr.
Oh
Williams,
man, he got the LEC.
here's what
Yes,
I'm
Your
going to do. I'm going to adjourn your PCC to June 23rd. It was already set. So for the competency, we've taken care of the competency. I'm now going to set your PCC for that day.
I don't know how you passed it, but let's
And
go.
then you can try to get all of these issues that you want to raise to the court and get them to everybody in the proper fashion. Okay? So that's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to be done for the day.
I thank you, Your Honor, for your patience and your consideration.
Probable cause. June 23rd, 2022. So cold. 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, man.
Will continue as denied. Thank you, folks.
Thank you,
Judge.
Your Honor.
Have a good day, Mr. Brown.
You too. Thank you. Judge, are we sure we don't want to revisit that competency on this?
What? Revisit what?
The competency.
You know, I can't just do that on my own. But all right.
You want
All
an
right,
independent
man.
Mr. Brown? You know how to ask that, Mr. Brown. I'll leave that to you. I'll leave
All
that
right.
to you guys.
Thank
All
you.
right. I've heard of those leg devices. They're
All right.
Man, them leg devices, man. Them shits are crazy, man. That law enforcement computer control, bro. Man, that shit crazy, bro. Man. Oh my god.
Take care, folks.
Have
You
a
don't
good
want
one,
that.
everybody. Thank you.
Morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. Are you Kevin Carl Wilson?
Yes, sir, ma'am.
Let me get your case up here.
Okay, what we got here?
Once upon a time, I used to see everyone just like you right there at that table, usually at that table. And then COVID hit and we went Zoom, and some things are live and some things are not, but I don't mind seeing people face to face.
Well, I appreciate that, sir. Thank you.
Let's see what you got here.
What he say?
This is a misdemeanor charge of malicious destruction of property. They allege at the time of this, which is a year ago, May of 21, it's not as bad as the last guy, 2 years ago, you damaged or injured a Kia Optima that belonged to Cole Klowinski, the amount of which was more than 200, but less than 1,000. They allege that this happened in the
This shit is crazy, but the way this judge talks, it kind of makes me want to go to sleep. So I'm gonna watch this. I'm sure this case is crazy, but the way he's talking kind of makes me like I want to go to sleep. I don't know about that. Okay. Another crazy day in Judge Simpson's court. Okay. These are 2 hour long. This will come down to 1 hour. So unfortunately, I'm going to skip that. Maybe it's cool and funny, but not for now. Oh, there's a whole series about that crazy day. Okay. How much time we got left? Not a lot. It might be three hours long. Okay. Grab my screen really quick. Look for look for something else. Okay. Going to see what we can find. It's like everybody's gone. It's fine because this is almost over anyways. You know, it's crazy. Now I'm getting this stuff in my recommended. And I'm not complaining because I love this shit. So I'm not I'm not by no means am I complaining. I love this shit. So this is great. But now this stuff is coming in my recommendation. That's the wrong thing to unhide. There we go. This is just a random video that just came into my recommended. I don't know what's in it. It just came into my recommended right now as soon as I went to my home page. And I'm not complaining because I love this shit. So let's get right into it. Let's see what we got. Jump Simpson, the police are waiting. I like this intro, by the way. It's very classic. This is this channel is, let me see, Credence and Mikey. Okay. And who does he got? Oh, he's got a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, he got a whole bunch of stuff. I'm gonna be watching this off screen, but let me watch this. Let me watch this last video, and then it's gonna be it. Okay, police are waiting. Waiting for what? We're gonna find out.
Case people versus is it Axel Lopez?
Axel
Alex,
Lopez.
on behalf of the people.
Patrick Nineheis, P76343, on behalf of Mr. Lopez, who's present via Zoom. We consent to a Zoom hearing today, Judge.
Okay, what's the charges?
Mr. Lopez, would you say your name?
Axel Lopez.
All right, what are we doing?
Judge, at this time, Mr. Ray Richards, Mr. Lopez's retained attorney, asked me to stand in for him because they had a family emergency, so I'm asking for a short adjournment just so Mr. Richards can be here.
And Mr. Lopez, you have no objection to counsel stepping in today, do you?
I don't think so.
Really? He's stepping in to ask for an adjournment because your counsel that you retained has an emergency.
Yes.
Do you have any problem with that?
No.
Thank you. Probable cause conference, September 20. Oh, yes, go ahead, counsel. I'm sorry.
I just wanted to bring the court's attention. We didn't address this last time, but there was a community corrections violation. He did not test between 6 and 9 a.m. on July 15th. And then he also did not test between 9 p.m. and 12 a.m. on August 3rd.
What?
Okay, so here's what I'll do. I'll adjourn
Okay,
this to
so
the
he missed
21st,
something then.
2023, 9 a.m. Mr. Lopez,
Yes.
I don't want any more missed tests.
You got it, Your Honor.
Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, his bond will continue. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, so the people versus Alexandria, is it Audrey?
Jonathan Owens on behalf of the people.
Okay, so this girl over
Edward
here
Lucas
is who
on
we're
behalf
gonna
of Alexandria Augers.
Augers. How do you say
There was a
that?
note
What kind of name is
probably in the
that?
file that she was to turn herself in on our last hearing date, which
Yes.
was August 24th. She went to the jail in time, and the jail called an ambulance, and she was in Trinity Health for about 4 days Was then off into Pontiac Hospital and was released yesterday. When she contacted me, I told her to turn herself into court or turn herself into the jail, which she attempted to do this morning, and was denied.
What you missed? You didn't really miss much. You didn't miss much. This is gonna be the last thing, and I'm gonna do something else.
He was denied this morning.
So she had to turn herself in. She went to the jail, and then she went to the hospital. So we're gonna find out what happens. I don't even know what she did though.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She had a weird name. Her name is Alexandra Audrey. I don't know how you even say that. She's in jail right now, I presume.
That's my understanding why she's at the 14A1 District Court, Your Honor.
Oh, she's in court. She's not in jail.
So you're requesting an adjournment of these proceedings, Mr. Jerkus?
Well, there's two things. I have gone over the facts of the case, and we would be looking to waive today, Your Honor.
Well, I'm not going to permit the waiver while she's on technically bench warrant status.
Okay. So she is available to turn herself in.
What I will do is this. Here's what I'll do. I'm going to adjourn this to September 21st, 2 weeks out, 2023 at 9 a.m. Ms. Odgers?
Yes.
Couple questions.
Okay.
She wasn't denied today. All right. First of all, Ms. Odgers, you may have told your counsel that you were denied entry to the Washington County Jail today. You were not denied entry to the jail. We just called down and checked. Ms. Odgers, when's the last time you used?
Right before I went into the hospital, like earlier that morning, was it?
Have you used it all today?
No.
Used what?
What about yesterday?
No.
BRB?
All right.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be here by the time you come back. Use drugs?
At this point, then, defendant's bond is revoked.
She did not show up. Dumbass. Didn't show up.
You were at the 14A1 District Court. There are officers actually waiting outside the door, so I'd suggest that you follow their instructions. They're going to take you into custody, and then we're going to see you on the 21st. Understood?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Another one of these dumbasses. You got arrested for what? Why did this need to happen?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
This did not need to happen.
Calls case of the people versus Alan Smith.
Allie Zend on behalf of the people.
And yes, good afternoon, Your Honor. May it please the court, Delphia Burton appearing on behalf of and with Mr. Smith.
I can tell she's an addict. I can tell this person, whoever this person is over here, Alexandra Audrey, is an addict because addicts love to lie. People who use drugs, they love to lie. And you lied about showing up to the court, and you didn't. You didn't show up. Why the lie? I just don't get it.
Mr. Smith, would you introduce yourself to the court, please?
That didn't work. Alan Smith, can you unmute? State your name. Really?
There we go.
Turn on your camera, Mr. Smith. Okay.
There you go. Thank you. My name is Alan Smith.
Thank you, sir. All right. What are we doing?
So, Your Honor, unfortunately, we have not been able to resolve this matter. Ms. Kirby, we did have some dialogue.
Okay, and then it goes off into something that's not related to what we were just watching. I guess that's it. I was trying to find a good video to end this off on, but all the good videos are like 30 minutes long, and I already been streaming for like 3 hours plus, so I'm gonna be calling it here. Anyways, man, bro, that was crazy. This stream was crazy. Anyways, I might be doing more streams like this in the future. We'll see. That's gonna be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. God bless y'all, and Otsu Dargo. Peace out. Have a good one.